little test action here. Test action. All right, we are good. What's up, guys? Welcome back to another channel video. Another video here on the channel. Been a little bit since I've uploaded any kind of live stream for you guys. Most of it's just been channel point stuff, but today I want to talk to you guys about kind of an update. I need your help. Really, I mean, seriously, I need your help, guys. I need some guidance. I need to understand like what you guys like as far as content goes. It's really what this video is going to be about. So I understand if you're going to come in a little bit later into this video, that I'm talking to people that aren't here for the live stream right now. If you guys are just coming in, not really, that weren't here for the live stream, it might get long. I don't know how long this is going to go, but I'm going to move into the live stream talking to my viewers and kind of get a general idea of what you guys are interested in, man, because I'm going to show you some stats and we're going to do some little digging into some analytics here. And I want to show you guys some of the back end stuff, because what goes into some of the decisions that I make as far as how I create videos and what do you guys like to watch is really ultimately what this is coming down to. So I appreciate you guys dropping in to say hello. I hope you guys had a Merry Christmas, first and foremost. Spend some time with your friends and your family. I hope you guys had a great time. And it went well for you. Nothing crazy. I hope nothing crazy happened. I hope you guys all had a time to enjoy it. And if you don't celebrate Christmas, of course, happy holidays. But as the new year is approaching us, there it is. There it is. I knew it was coming. I knew it was coming. Ugh. Anyway, I'm going to try my best not to get emotional about that. The XBA. I don't want to go there, man. I just really don't want to go there. But it's going to happen. If I'm asking and you guys tell me, I asked for it, you know. But again, happy holidays to you guys that don't celebrate Christmas. I do. Our family had a good one. I have 2 little girls, so a lot of Barbie stuff, a lot of girl toys flying around. I grew up with just me and my brother, so this is not territory for me. This is all my wife. But yeah, she did good. She basically said, "Do you think this is a good one for our kids?" I was like, "Yeah, that's good. That's a good one." All right, guys. So let's get into the comments here. I'm gonna read comments actively, and I'm gonna call some people out here. I'm at the point now in my content creation journey. I'm gonna be 35 here in February. I'm at the point now where I'm almost that old man screaming at the sky. Like I'm at the point where I'm kind of set in my ways. I'm gonna call some people out. I don't care anymore. I've lost all care. Maybe you guys would like that more genuine side of me, the no F's given side of me here. Brutally honest sometimes. The attention spans, guys, very low, very, very low. I want to show you this in the back end here. 57%. This is on an XHL video. I know it was talking about the offseason, kind of boring, but 42 seconds. 42 seconds, I lost 43% of all the viewers. That's just one example. Let's go over here to like college football here. Look at this. 42%. 40%. They stuck around. 1:20. People just don't hang out for these videos anymore. They don't stick around and they don't watch. So for those of you guys that are in the chat, I want to know, like, what is your feedback on this? Because when I look at this number and I see this data here, I think people just don't like introductions. They don't like slowly getting into the video. They want to get straight to the highlights. They want to just dive right into the game. They don't need the build up. They don't need the pregame presentation. They don't need all that, right? They just want you to get into the highlights. And the thing that I'm calling out here is I'm calling out people that come by these videos and they only give me a minute of their time. Like, a part of the content that makes this content so good, or at least I think it's good. You guys obviously like it. Is the storylines that are driven into the game, into the matchups, into the series. It's all developed on the storylines. It's a story. It's like a movie on Netflix. It's like a series on Netflix or something, right? You're trying to binge a series. It's not a one-off video. And I feel like that's what happens with a lot of people these days in content, in sports content specifically. They want you to get right into the highlights, tell the story, boom, boom, bing, and just get in and get out. Well, that's just not the style that we run here. And maybe that's something that I have to change. It's something that possibly I might have to change. Look at this. 58 seconds. They didn't last a minute. They didn't last a minute, guys. 58 seconds. 42% are still watching. That's crazy to me. Look at this. 32%, 34% still hanging out at 2 minutes. So when I look at those numbers, guys, the thing that clicks to me is that either it could be two things. It could be two things. It could be either my voice isn't exciting enough. It doesn't excite you to get into the video enough. My commentary sucks. My presentation, how I edit the video, sucks. Or it's that the viewers, they want something else. But I don't know what that is. So I'm really relying on you guys as my viewers to let me have it, man. Let me know if it's something that if you think that needs a refresh, if you think that this is something that needs some help in that area. Let's get into the comments. Yep, I loved XBA. Would love to see more Mac series. Yep, so that's something I do want to talk to you guys about as well. Your favorite classified information is here, says Matt. I don't always have time to see the whole video or some of it. That is on me. I love the commentary. Your commentary is not trash. Commentary is very good. I'm not gonna lie, I only watch college football, but I'm happy for your other stuff or other fans. Okay, so this is good. I like the feedback. Keep it coming, guys. Let me know. I'm not asking you to give me an essay or anything. Like, you're out of school for a reason, right? Or you guys maybe don't even have school. But this is what I need. I need you guys to be like brutally honest to me about stuff. Like, don't hold back. I know that I clap back on some people. If there's a negative comment in there, I clap back. I get right in the comments and I respond. But all that stuff that me clapping back and me firing back at people is like when they come at me in a negative way. Like, they're not being constructive. They're not coming in to try to be a good person. They're coming in to be a troll. So like, my response to people is like, I want to defend myself, So don't feel like what you're saying here is going to get to me. Unless it's coming from a mean place, then yeah, I might come after you. But, let's see. The commentary is the only reason why I watch you make your videos. It makes it very interesting. Okay, Flying Cows. Christian, of course, XBA. Anthony, I just haven't had time to watch in a while. This stream was a good reminder. All right, cool. Nice to know. So maybe throwing a little bit more live streams in to get the notifications back running. That's good. Matt says, I like the MLB more, but that's just me. GGBL was great. It's a little slow at the start. I think that's why. Okay, that's good feedback. That is very good feedback there, Copper. Thank you very much. Maybe that is something that I need to work on. There's people in the space right now. I'm not afraid of calling this person out. Not really calling him out, but Bordeaux. I'm sure that you guys know Bordeaux. Bordeaux CFP or something, right? His name's on YouTube is Bordeaux. He makes college football content. And he's dropped by a couple times on the channel. He's talked in the live streams about stuff or premieres. Good dude. I've not talked to him about content. I haven't ever made contact with him. He's never made contact with me either, so it's just kind of like whatever. But he's a perfect example. I look at what he's done with his series and stuff, And it's pretty interesting. He has pretty much changed the game on how styles are, like the style of editing has changed in sports video creation. Like it's crazy. He just dives straight into the video. Like he doesn't waste any time. He just goes boom, he's right into it. And from that point, he's got you. He's got you in. He's reeled you in. He was talking on his Twitter a couple days ago, I think it was yesterday, about he has 7. So I look at this, right? So I was telling you guys like 30%, right? 34% within 2 minutes are still here. This man had, on his tweet, he said he had 70% retention for the entire video. He had 70% were still watching by the very end of it. Those are elite numbers. Those are elite numbers. Those are numbers that I wish that I could get to. That's where you want to be. If you can get to that level, that 70% retention rate, dude, you are in. You're in. The algorithm loves you. It's like, you're doing a great job there, GG9. You've got 70% of your viewers are still watching by the end of the video. We have no problem with promoting you and pushing you out to recommended. I mean, those are insane numbers. Those are numbers that I want to get to, guys. And I feel like the amount of work that goes into the channel, that's where I think that we can get to. But I use him as an example because he's really changed the way that a lot of other creators are starting to make their content. I look at Nitro Drive. He's actually appeared in, man, I forget what his name used to be. Shoot. What did his name used to be? Anyway, he did some commentary in the Caden Walchek Road to Glory series. I thought that was kind of cool. Yeah, he's a good dude as well. I don't have anything bad to say about any creator. Really. I don't. Not that I would publicly anyway, but like these guys have, like, they've changed the way that editing videos are going. I see Uncle Sam's Reject kind of doing a little bit of that. Maybe not as much as those guys do, but Unk is doing a little bit of that, just a little bit. T&J, or Jay, very good friends with him on the YouTube scene. Not doing so much of that. He's still kind of sticking to that traditional way of pushing out content. Franchise Gaming does a lot of streaming on Twitch. So all these guys, like my friends on YouTube, basically, it's kind of split. It's split, but Bordeaux's killing it. He's absolutely killing it. So it's just, I see their numbers. I see the things they talk about, and I look at our numbers here on this channel, and I'm like, how do I get to that level? You know, I feel like the content is interesting. I feel like what we do here is very creative. Like the XHL, man, like, come on. I mean, nobody's doing stuff like this. Like that, this stuff should be getting eyeballs, you know? Having a connected universe in the Cajun 6 to the Saints franchise, you know? Why isn't that clicking? Why isn't that helping the Saints videos get better? I hired a thumbnail designer that revamped the thumbnail for the Saints videos, and this one popped off. It got to about 2,000 views. Cubs only have 348. It's not a lot by any means. 443 for the next episode. So, you know, hiring a thumbnail designer is kind of helping here get more views. Does admittedly look like a little bit like a Fortnite or like a Call of Duty thumbnail. I don't know, man. So you kind of know where my head's at, right? You kind of understand where I'm coming from. I don't know if it's the videos aren't getting seen. I'm not making clickable thumbnails. I'm not making clickable titles. I don't know if it's I don't know what it is. I really don't know what it is. I feel like the content on the channel is very interesting, but it might, I mean, it's got to be me, right? It's got to be on me. Either I'm not drawing you in, I'm not allowing the algorithm to catch the video and it to take hold and to push out to people. Either I'm not doing a good enough job there, or I'm not doing a good enough job making the videos interesting to people to click. So I don't know. It's very, very weird. Matt Zimmerman, I'm going to be honest with you, GG. I've been here a long time. You do better with the live streams, I would think, that you would bring in more people in. Flying Kyle likes Bordeaux and TNJ. Joey D, I know you slightly did this with the Saints rebuild, but I think it would be cool if you show a highlight or two of a top recruit in Madden class when the player's in college. I do need to get back to that. That is something that I enjoyed, that I haven't done that in a little while. So, yeah, definitely. Copper, the XHL. I love watching those videos. Just be you, buddy. I would say more live stream. It is so incredible, but it is hard to keep up, said Deccan. Or is it Deccan or Decon? I'm going to say Deccan. But that's another part. I mean, Deccan, he brings up a really good point. Trying to get, so I've talked about this a few times in live streams. It's tough to make something super creative, right? You're making something super creative. But in doing that, you're basically making all the concepts and things that are making that series creative. You're doing things outside of the game, right? So for Cubs, I had that Bradley Braves thing happening with NCAA 07, and I would stream that over on Twitch. Basically, just I didn't want to get it over here onto the algorithm. I didn't want to get it on YouTube to kind of screw everything up. It's a retro game. Not a lot of people watch it. It's only a once a week type thing. So I was like, let's just do it over on Twitch. So we did that for a few weeks, and it just really wasn't doing much. And I found that the more that I talked about it in this Cubs series, the views started dropping big time. So people just weren't interested in it. They didn't get it. They didn't understand it. They didn't know what went into, like, how do players get in there. They didn't understand, like, why NCAA 07 things were happening in MLB The Show. Like, they just didn't get it. I feel like that's what's happening with Cajun 6 and Saints, you know? And I feel like that's what happens with some of the other things that I do here on the series, on the channel. So the more creative that you try to get, I feel like that might be happening what happened with XHL. Like, this thing was killing it. The XHL was killing it, guys. Let's just look here. 2.5, 3.7. Let me see. Where's the XHL interest? 6,000. 4.7. Like, these are the views that I want, man. These are the views that we need on the channel. And ultimately, you guys, the viewers, I don't expect you to care too much about this. I'm asking for your feedback, because I think that this is representative of how interesting that the content actually is. So whether I have success here on the channel, you know, probably doesn't mean anything to you, right? And I don't expect you to care too much. But the reason why I'm asking you for the feedback is, like, I want to know where I'm going wrong. Like, obviously there's interest in the XHL 1.9, right? And then in the next episode 1.1, 1.2, and then 851. Like, we have a big drop off there. Get back to 1K playoffs. You know, we're losing a little bit of steam there. So if I can pick your brains and I can figure out, like, what you guys like and what you guys don't, then I can make better decisions on what to do for these series. It's basically what I'm getting at here. But you're right, Deck, and it is hard to keep up with. There's a lot of stuff, man. You want to create something that's very creative, outside the box. It is a very difficult thing to keep up with. Anthony says maybe it could be the pacing, have the same length of video but cover, like, more games or time in each. Keeps people interested when they see more per episode. Yeah, and I appreciate the spitballing. Are you talking about, like, keeping each episode consistent, like, minutes wise? Like, Saints is 11, the next one's 13. The next one, I haven't uploaded another Saints video, but is that kind of what you're talking about? Or are you talking about, like, 2 minutes per game? You get 4 games in an episode, you get 2 minutes per game. That's an 8-minute episode right there. Is that kind of what you're talking about? Maybe. Joey says, I think it's really cool when different series intertwine with one another. Makes a lot of sense in my brain. Yeah, I mean, it would, right? It's a cool concept. I don't see a lot of people doing it. So I feel like more people would find that interesting, but apparently that's not the case. Maybe just people would just get too confused. It's just too much. Matt says, I agree to that. I don't always see your videos. Hell, I didn't even know you were live until you were live tonight. Wow, okay. So, Copper, I feel like people who have notifications click on a video and watch it, and it's not something that they like. Kind of like they like XBA over the XHL, and since it's a different video every time. The Amazing Kook, I got nothing. I got old tastes. It's all right. Jaws Attack just showed up. That's fine, dude. Don't worry about it. Deccan, maybe you could try like TNJ did when he had the series go together. College football players got drafted into his pro leagues, or he even had a series where it was one series, multiple sports, like an AD thing. Uncle Sam's Reject did that too. I found that really creative. I was surprised I never thought of it. That's like that's the ultimate thing right there. Take a college school and literally play NCAA football, NCAA basketball, NCAA baseball. Like, you get all the three sports right there. Like, boom. Yeah, so Copper, it's just, but Deccan. So to answer that first part, that's what I do with Cajun 6 college football. Cajun 6, I get right into Saints. So the players that are in this college football series, they get right into Saints as the draft class goes. Copper says it's just the videos that are kind of all over the place. One day it's franchise, the next it's XHL, then something else. That could possibly be too. I'm running too many series, right? So look at this lineup, right? We get XHL, Cajun 6, Saints, XHL, Saints, MAC Team Builder, Cubs, Saints. It is all over the place. It's not consistent enough, as they would say. I try to keep to an upload schedule. It's hard, but there's too many series. It's been said to me so many times, but yet I continue to fall victim. Not even victim. I can't even play the victim card. I get the thing inside of me that says, oh man, NHL's out now. I gotta get a new series going. I gotta get NHL. It's like, no, you don't. You really don't need to do another series here, Goldie. You really don't. You can pass up on this for a little bit. You got to end one before you start another one. That's really what the rule should be. Anthony, maybe like a 10, 12-minute episode, but you get 3 to 4 games an episode. One thing I always like in a franchise is the longevity. One thing I always like in a franchise is the longevity. Taking too long in one season could get boring. Agreed. Bear Games, the Madden games have become trash lately. Just copy and paste, make it look newer. It's true. They are trash. I'm not going to defend Madden by any means. Matt Zimmerman, I'm with Copper XD, and then I'm not into football or hockey. I think your content is great, says Anthony. I just think it could be some minor YouTube algorithm type changes or some BS to help it get spread out. I like the variety personally, to be honest, but that's just me. Jaws Attack, I mean, you got 2 series on the same game. That is true too. Yep. So Cajun 6 is kind of colliding there with MAC Team Builder. But all right, well, I mean, this is good feedback, guys. I appreciate this. Got me to think about a few things, but ultimately, I think what it's going to come down to is, I've been at this thing for 5 years. I have been at YouTube for a long, long time. And, if I just go back to the first date, right? I used to upload Battlefield. I still remember all of this. March of 2017, guys. Detroit, look at these thumbnails, man. They were pretty bad. They were pretty bad. Like, making cuts. Oh my God. I found Daniel Norris. If you guys watch baseball out here, I had to find Daniel Norris cutting his beard for Detroit Tigers, making cuts. Like, it's not a thumbnail. Like, it didn't know how to do thumbnails. So I just picked a image from Google search and just added making cuts to that. It's placed wrong. it's like right down there where the timestamp is. Like it just was bad, man. So I've done a lot of growing, I've done a lot of learning in this YouTube journey, man, and it's just been too long. It's been 5 years. You know, we had one big hit series, of course, and there it is, right? 651,000 views, 500,000 views, and 97% like percentage. I mean, that's pretty money, man. That's pretty money. It's pretty money. And unfortunately, you know, guys, I put it on private. I put it on private. And, you know, that upsets people. I get it. But it was bringing in the wrong viewer. And I hate to say that, but it just brought in the wrong viewer. And I don't mean to say that in a mean way, but I just mean to say that where it's like, that series is 3 years old, guys. It launched in 2019. And I'm currently not doing any 2K stuff on the channel anyway. So when that video gets recommended and pushed out, I mean, what's it going to do, right? So we just talked about view counts. Like, is it going to, if YouTube, if the algorithm has a chance to recommend a 651,000 viewed video or a 2,000 viewed video, which one do you think it's going to pick? It's going to pick the XBA every time, right? So it's going to push that out to people who like to watch 2K stuff or 2K fans. And so they click on it and they might subscribe, and then they start noticing that I'm not uploading any XBA or 2K content whatsoever, right? So they don't watch any of this other stuff. They'll subscribe, but they're not going to watch any of this other stuff. So they're sitting there and they're waiting for 2K stuff, and it never comes, and then that's just a dead viewer. They might never unsubscribe. They might stay subscribed forever, but they're basically gone. They're dead. They're a dead viewer, never coming back. So that 31,000 number isn't really real. Isn't really real. Isn't really indicative of what's going on here on the channel. So if you're a person that came through and watched XBA, and then I pulled the rug from underneath you guys, I feel bad about that, but like I don't do any 2K stuff anymore. So I'm kind of stuck in a rock and a hard place, really. Like if I keep this playlist, like if I keep these videos up, it will continuously recommend and push this video out compared to the stuff that I'm doing now. And that's not what I want for the channel. Like that's not going to grow the channel. That's just going to keep me here where I'm at. And you know, but you know, it's a double-edged sword. Some people might look at that like, well, you could use the XBA as a way to get more viewers that who might like hockey or who might like baseball or who might like football stuff. But you know, that's just, I haven't seen that that's the case. So that is why I pulled it. So for anybody that's asking about XBA stuff in the comments here, that is why I pulled it. That's why it's no longer here on the channel. So yeah, long story short. So that Nick, that's your answer right there. Where did XBA go? Jaws, because I remember finding the XBA one day and then I realized that this channel was the perfect channel for me. Well, thank you. Matt, that's like me. I like your MLB more than your other stuff. I'm going to be honest. So you like MLB more than the other stuff. Interesting. I started watching at the start of GGBL. Okay. So you think I really need to start playing into the Gold Glover 9 moniker then, right? I need to be a baseball channel. That's basically what you guys are saying. Kook says, man, to think that I started 2 years before you did as a GG9 viewer, man. That's funny. You never trust people referencing themselves in third person. That's funny. Deccan says, I love baseball as well. Shane Raditz is in the house. Love you, Goldie. Been here for a hot minute, and I ain't effing leaving. Leo voice. Shane, you're always a character. That's for sure. Zoomer. Hey, Goldie. What's up there, Zoomer? Zoomer, is that kind of part of your age? Are you playing into the age? Is that kind of your is that your age segment? Is that your generation? Are you a Zoomer? I'm a millennial, so I get enough heat. Sequestral. But I started watching at the start of the American Team Builder Dynasty. American Team Builder Dynasty. Wow. That's going back, man. That is going back. So I guess to summarize this, what you guys are saying, you don't have any negative thing to say about the commentary. The only thing that might need to get fixed is that the series, they take too long. That's what I'm getting. That's what I'm hearing. Commentary is not bad. I'm not going to say that it's good, but I'm not, even I would say that it's not terrible. The introductions can get a little long, so you'd prefer to dive in. The seasons can get dragged out a little bit too long. You'd prefer if we did more games per episode. So quick highlights. Get to it. Get snappy. Get through a season fairly quick. Don't drag things out for a month, 2 months, 3 months. Right? It doesn't pay off. There's not a lot of payoff. People get bored. And slim down on the series. Slim down on the series count. Currently, I'm doing 5 series. We got XHL, Cubs, MAC. That's 3 right there in a row. Saints is 4. Cajun 6 is 5. I have 5 series going on all at once. And basically that gets you what? 5 uploads in a week for 1 series each. That gets slow. I'll admit to you guys, that's very slow. It's very difficult. Yeah, Kook says, I think you need to stick to one idea, stick to one sport. Deccan says, there's very few baseball content creators. Most of them are way too unrealistic. Keep it simple, have a long-running series, and have one-off videos. Okay. Choose your sports with the main sport going on with some overlap if needed. The Cubs will probably not be much longer. It is true. It is true. Cajun 6 does get an asterisk. I will admit that. Cajun 6 gets an asterisk just because it is connected. It's a connected universe. Only do like 2 to 3 times, or only do 2 to 3 series at a time. Yeah. So, okay. So this is good. This is good. So it sounds like what you guys are saying is the channel doesn't need an overhaul. You know, it's not terrible. It's not in a bad state. It just needs a little tweak. That's what you're saying. Anthony Regari, doing a main 1 or 2 like your NCAA and NFL connection would be fun. Actually go like super deep into it. That would be true too. Like you'd have more time. You know, like you could actually go real deep into it. If you only did Saints and Cajun 6 and that's what you were doing for like 6 months, you could really, really dive into it, making it something special. Because right now, your time is split. Like you've got Saints and Cajun 6, but you've also got MAC, you've got Cubs, you've got XHL, you've got all this stuff going on. Yeah, I can see that. I can see that. I like MAC over Cajun 6. I do too. I'm not going to lie to you. I do like MAC over Cajun 6. It's funnier. It's just the camaraderie that I have with my brother is good. I think we do a good job of that series. Cajun 6 is kind of one of those things that maybe it doesn't even deserve its own upload ever again. Maybe I can throw it into some Saints episodes. Maybe that would kind of help. But let's see. Matt says, no, you do a good job, but have something fast and easy to understand. Okay. That's good feedback too, because there are times where I'm trying to sit there and I'm trying to explain like, well, Cajun 6 is actually tied to the Saints and they get a -20 overall and there's awards. And, you know, there's a certain way that you can earn X factors and do all this. And then Cubs, you can upgrade your players and do all that. And it's like, what the I'm so confused. I bet you guys are very confused on stuff. Like, honestly, I think that you might be confused on like what's happening. I think that gets a lot of people. I think that gets the casual viewer like disinterested. Like they'll watch it for a few episodes and then they're like, I can't get into this because I don't live and breathe this thing, man. Like I just want to watch it. I just want to get in and get out and enjoy my day. Like I can't get into it as deep as you want to get into it. Maybe that's something. I don't know. My favorite series are ones that go like 7 to 8 seasons. Even more makes it so fun to binge later on too. I like those too. Anthony, you're speaking my language, man. I love those series too. I want to see like what the custom prospects did. I want to see like what our drafts did. I want to see, did we succeed in building the team in a long-term vision? That's what I want to see. I want to see the payoff. But a lot of times in these series that I run, we never get there. We might get to like 4 seasons. We might get to 5 seasons, maybe 5. I mean, look at Cubs. Look at Cubs. Like we're going into season 5 right now. The game came out in April. Like, it's crazy. It's crazy. It's hard. It's hard. Jaws. I like the Cajun 6 more because you can be more attached to the players because you can see the rest of their career play out. It's true. Matt's already snoozing. Kook says, I like the long-term simming. Flying Cows, I don't understand why NHL and FIFA have Team Builder, but not Madden. Because Madden sucks, and their devs don't care, unfortunately. I love the I simmed 100 years into the MLB, and this is what happened type of videos. Okay, interesting. Declan agrees with Anthony. Copper, did you have any other NHL Customs seasons before the XHL? I did not. Nope, just the Huskies. That was it. So I had a series called the Alaska Huskies, where one of my childhood created players, Peter Vasky, took over the Phoenix Coyotes, Arizona Coyotes, and basically built them into a superpower. Yeah, so that was fun. That was a fun series. Just wish, again, like, look at this. Just look at. This is something you guys got to keep in mind too. Like, watch how a series goes from 3.9, well, 9.2, 7.4, 3.9, 2.9, 1.9, right? So it starts to dip. Every creator goes through this, but I feel like I get a huge dip for some reason. So that's why I feel like I'm asking you guys if it's my commentary, if it's my presentation, like what is it that's like, what is it about people that just don't like what I'm doing, you know? That's really what I'm trying to figure out here. Because you go from 9.2 to 756. You know? That's a huge freaking dip off. It's a huge dip. Something that I definitely need to figure out. Something I haven't been able to figure out. Yeah. So, anyway. GGBL was fun. That was a really fun series. I'm debating on whether or not I want to do something like that again. I really enjoyed that series. That was really fun. But it just didn't hit. It just didn't hit like the XBA like I wanted it to, unfortunately. But the Huskies was pretty cool. Huskies forever. Anthony says, oh, I missed a bunch of comments here. So personally, I'd pick a series or 2 so you can do like 2 a week of it, cover more per episode so you get further along and super into a franchise. Because when you're having fun getting super involved, so will the viewer and myself. It's true. We all know that Borhoff was the real MVP. It's true, man. Borhoff was nuts. Borhoff was nuts. Like, let's leave it at that. He delivered the Huskies' first ever win. Like, he was money in that series. Maybe go on some old Maddens and make a series out of that. I have thought about that, Flying Cows. I have thought about that. I hate saying this because it sounds so weak. I'm a very prideful person, if you guys couldn't tell. That is both a strength and a weakness of mine. But I can tell you guys that I'm a very prideful person. So when I see people going to YouTube Shorts and I see people like cutting down their content into like these bite-sized things, I kind of cringe a little bit, man. I do. I'm getting a little old for this stuff. Like, I'm going to be 35 here. Like, again, I'm going to be 35 here in February. So I'm getting a little old. I'm getting kind of set in my ways. And you know, when I get but I get scared. I do. I get scared. For someone that's so prideful about their stuff and about the like the content and the quality of content that they're putting out, that's where my pride comes in. Like, I don't want to get to that point where I'm looked at like a sellout. That's my fear. That's my big fear, guys. If I'm being totally honest with you guys, I don't ever want to be looked at as a content creator who sold out. And I feel like I would be turning my back on you guys that have come by and you've supported the content on this channel for as long as you have been, and then for me to like quickly turn on a dime and be somebody that I'm not, that just reeks of sellout. Like, you're just going after the money, you're going after the views, you're going after the quote unquote the fame. Like, you're going after all this stuff that doesn't matter, right? So I look at that. So I guess my point is that if I wanted to do like an old Madden, I think that would be fun to do. But at the same time, like, I look at this stuff, I look at 771, I look at 443, I look at 449. I feel like if I did an old Madden, I would get less numbers than that. I would get worse numbers than that. And then I'd be stuck. And that's part of it too. When I launch something, I don't ever want to finish it. I don't want to end it on a bad note. I don't want to end something prematurely. Like, if I just stopped Cubs tomorrow and I said, guys, we're going into 2023 and the show is out in 4 months, and it's just tough luck. Sorry, Cubs is over, whatever. I would feel bad about that. Like, I don't want to do that. I don't want to just end something prematurely without a finish to it. But I feel like that's what would happen with an older Madden. Like, let's say like Madden 04. Like, I play that game for a while, we start getting some good view count, but it'd be such an easy thing to cut because it's an old game and nobody's watching, So I get scared of that. So someone that's really prideful about the stuff they put out, yeah, I do get scared a little bit. I'm missing a ton of comments. You guys are really flying in here. Madden 08 series would be miles better than the current Madden. I agree with that. Definitely, I agree with that. Kook says Huskies were a very you have to know it type of series. Like, it's a series for the hardcore. I agree with that. I love the GGBL so freaking much, says Jaws. GGBL is probably my favorite sports game series I've ever watched. Why did you enjoy it so much, Jaws? Honestly, like, you're spilling the beans now, so let me have it. What did you like about it? Oh, here comes Kook. You know what I don't like about your content? Yes, please tell me. I have a complaint, says Kook. Because of all these different series, it takes forever to move in them on my speed. I like having multiple episodes of the same series in the same week. Maybe I'm dumb, but what are you saying? Oh, okay, you explained it right there. I see it. Okay, sorry. I love XHL, but the fact that it is basically a weekly series that doesn't have much of anything in there other than a quick recap, that sucks for me. Okay. Understood. Anthony says this supports my idea. Okay. Yep. Get multiple weeks in there. Get multiple games in there. Move at a faster pace. Yeah. I tried doing that for season 1. Like, admittedly, I tried to do that for season 1. We had episode 1, episode 2, and 3. So by the 4th episode, we were already in the All-Star break, and then we did a simulation to get into the playoffs. But I get it. So, like, you don't want to wait a week in order to get the next episode. That's basically what you're saying. So I get it. But my counter to that, Kook, would be that season 1 wasn't going to be very interesting in the first place because the 26 other teams, the 16 other teams, like Newfoundland and South Carolina, they were bad. So there was really no point in showing any of those games at all. So this season, I will say this season will be a little bit different because those teams, I think, got a lot better. And XHL teams will have a little bit more parity, I think, against each other. So more storylines. Definitely feedback is good, though. Do the 0-16 Lions and rebuild them. Ooh, there's an idea, Matt. Let's see. Bear Games, Madden 25 and NCAA 14 work perfect together, especially when wanting to add your custom college to players. Yep. Okay. Matt Zimmerman, my job would scare you. Well, God, Matt, get us some info then. He always wants to talk about it. He's got a thing, guys. He wants to tell us. He wants to tell us about the UFOs, man. He wants to tell us about the every stream. He wants to just do this. He wants to get the FBI to my house. It's basically what he wants to do. He wants to get me. How do you say swatted? That's what he wants me to have happen to me. Kook, no, sorry, no. Jaws. When MLB The Show 20 came out, the feature you could create a team in franchise mode, I immediately created the XBL and made the custom league. So watching the GTBL was like watching what I always wanted to see, which nobody else was doing, and it worked perfectly. Minus the fact that it was rigged for Carolina. I know, that was frustrating. That's basically why I didn't want to do another season. It was too much work. I was like, if these guys are just going to win it again, God, just done. Kook says, I know I just want to feel like I'm making a good investment on my time. I'm there with you, man. I want to make good investments on my time too. So I believe you. I understand you. I understand what you're saying. Flying I love the Michigan Ducks. Anthony says, sleep time for me, and I'll watch whatever you post. My last addition is make sure you're having fun, because that fun energy rubs off on the viewers and makes content more engaging. Plus, if you're not having fun, why would you even do it? Yep, right. Ben for the win. The XHL is a great league, but it sucks that you can't do a franchise mode and you have to keep editing the players. Yep, I've got 4 more teams to do, and then that's it. We're going to have the draft on the 30th. So that's what's next coming up. The off seasons will always take forever. I hate to be that way, but yeah, like I got to edit. How many players is that on every roster, right? So you get your starting, well, you get 4 lines, right? That's 3, 6, 9. There's 12 on the forwards. 9, no. 2, 4, 6. 6 defensemen. Yeah, then 2 goalies. That's per team. Like, that's a lot. It's a lot of players to edit, for sure. It does suck. It's fun, but it sucks at the same time. 30-minute to 1 hour long shows. Whoa, kook. 30 minutes to an hour. Holy crap. That's a lot, man. Then you're really talking about like 20%. Then you're really talking about 20% retention. Justice for Kenneth Alexander Jr. Wow. Yep. All right, guys. Well, that's a good place to end it. I think it's getting late. I appreciate you guys tuning in and offering some feedback up. I don't know if I'm gonna do like a survey or something. Maybe at the start of the new year or something. I don't know. I got some really good feedback here tonight, but I still just can't help but feel like I'm a little lost. I'm just a little lost, guys. I'm just a little lost on what I want to do with the channel and, you know, what needs to be done. Because again, I look at, let's just type in something here. Madden NFL 23 franchise or something. Like, let's just look at that real quick. So let's look at Greedo plays. Okay, let's just look at Greedo. 13.7. Okay, that's kind of what my channel's operating at right now. 13.7. Even though it's 31K, a lot of that's from the XBA, which is no longer a thing. But let me look and see where we're at here. So he's got an Akron dynasty going on. 1.4, 2.2. We can't get there. So this is what I'm talking about. This is what I'm talking about, guys. Greedo gets 2.2 on Akron, right? So is it the thumbnail that draws people in? Is it the title that draws people in? Like what is it? You know? We've got Super Bowl 60 versus Vikings. Look at this. He's having a college aspect in there too, right? He's got a little college aspect in there too with his Steelers franchise. But 960, the man's getting the man is driving in more views than I am. Almost double the views from Saints. 1,000, 963, 976. And I'm not knocking the man by any means. There's no reason I would. But I'm looking at the things that he's doing, and it's like, what is the difference? That's what I'm trying to figure out. If I want the similar success for what Greedo is having, which he has a lower sub count, which would tell you that whenever he posts a video, he has less of the amount of people that could get the notification and get the video to have a little bit momentum, you know? They talk about that on YouTube, like technical stuff. They're like, you want to try to get your subscriber base to click because you got to get that video to get some momentum. Because once it starts getting the views from your base, then when the views start rolling in, then it's going to tell the algorithm that people want to watch this, and then it's going to start recommending it. Yeah, so I look at Greedo's stuff, and again, I'm not knocking the man, you know, because I'm in a similar situation trying to grow my channel. But that's an example. It's an example. Like, what is he doing that's different than what we're doing here on this channel? Something that I stay awake at night sometimes trying to figure out. Jerome PKR. This guy's been around for a long time. I've seen a lot of his stuff pop up over the years. So Jerome has been out there for a long time. But look at what he's doing, man. 5.9, 2.9, 2.9, 5.7. But again, to your guys' point, you know, this is all that he's doing. He's got a Vikings thing, it looks like. He's got a Seahawks thing. So he's got two franchises going on. Maybe a one-off video here. We got a rebuild. So really, it's just Madden. So maybe your baseball idea, guys, was right. You know, maybe just stick with one game. That's kind of what I'm seeing right now. It's all Madden. That's it. He's a Madden content creator. That's it. It's Madden season. Maybe you guys are right. Let's see. Is it fake subs? I don't think so. No, I think he's been around for a while. Copper, are you disconnecting any series after this? No, not after my update here. No series is ending. So no worries there. We still got Cubs to go. Saints, we got a little ways to go with Saints, I feel like. But Cubs would be kind of the one that's getting closer to the end. I feel like we're making a lot of improvements in that team to actually win a World Series. We'll do once we do win a World Series, I'm not going to go for number 2. I think that, you know, we could get into year 6, year 7, but by the time that we win one, but you know, I don't want to go for a second one. I think we should end the series there. We'll do a simulation here, just kind of get an update on some of the prospects and stuff and see what happens. For anybody out there that had players in the Bradley Braves series, I think that I'll just refund you your player for another series down the road. I don't know how we're going to do that, so I haven't really thought too much about that, but Saints would probably be next. Mac Team Builder, we're in Season 4, so we're kind of halfway through. We kind of want to get to Season 8. So Mac Team Builder's got some ways to go. But Saints, if I had to list it out, if I had to prioritize it would probably go Cubs would end first. Saints would end second. Mac Team Builder ends third, and XHL ends fourth. Cajun 6 obviously is connected to Saints, so that's your fifth, but yeah, anyway. You better with baseball. Your Tigers series did well. Yeah, Matt, but you're a baseball guy though, Matt. You're a baseball guy. But I feel like you're right. I feel like baseball is kind of my thing. I mean, it is my thing. But on YouTube, I think it's my thing too. I just don't do enough of it. I feel like. Sid says, I miss out on a lot of vids of yours at first because I'll see a vid you post, but I don't see which series it is because I don't watch every series, so I'm behind on half of them. What do you mean by that? That's interesting that you say that. What do you mean you don't know what it is? I'll see that you post a vid, but I don't see which series it is. Could that be an issue? See, your guys' feedback is good. That's good feedback right there. Because what if part of the problem is when I upload something, people see it, they click on it, and they're like, oh, this is XHL. Like, oh, dude, Sid, you opened my eyes, dude. When you get a notification on your phone, it probably doesn't give you the rest of the title. It just says a fight to the death and blah, 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 blah. You don't get to see that. So we need a big comeback. Could be Cubs, could be XHL, could be Saints, could be anything. But when you click on this and it gives you, by 30 seconds, half the viewership's gone. Dude, you might be onto something there. You might be onto something there, Sid. That's interesting. Dude. So Sid says I have you on notifications right, but I'll click off it almost immediately. So I have to go check which series it is. Are you telling me exactly what I thought then? Because that probably was what's going on with everybody else. And when you're running 5 freaking series at once, people will click and they'll be like, oh, this is XHL, I want out. I thought this was baseball. So YouTube sees that and they're like, oh, you must have really not liked that video then. So then, of course, YouTube is not going to recommend when I actually do post Saints. You were looking for Saints. You clicked on XHL. You thought it was Saints. YouTube's like, oh, you must not be interested in DG9 anymore. So when he does actually upload a Saints, I'm not going to recommend it to you because the last thing that he uploaded, you only were here for 20 seconds. Dude, you might be onto something. Oh my God. So Sequester says, I get the thumbnail in my noties and my eyesight hasn't completely gone to shit, so I never have a problem with knowing the series. Matt Zimmerman just said, yep, so Sid just answered all your questions. Sid says it is kind of random, though, at sometimes. Interesting. Clayzo's in the house. What's up, Clayzo? My thing is I always want to watch your series, but I fall so behind because of things. Life does get in the way. Can't argue against that. Kook says, just hang in to one sport and hone in on that. Gus Scott says, hey, man, I used to watch the basketball series you had, and I noticed it was gone. Are you ever going to do a similar thing? No, sir. I am sorry, Gus, but I did talk about the XBA a couple minutes ago. So if you wanted to go back and take a look at that, you can. But basically, that I'm never touching something like that again. So, Mutt Geezer, what's up, man? I love your work. Mutt Geezer, I did check out your channel. I need to do more of checking out your channel because I saw you recently subscribed. So I like to look at the people that have subscribed publicly sometimes. I do a little creeping. So I did check it out. I think I watched a couple minutes of it and I had to get up and leave or so. Like I think I took a call. I work from home. I work remotely. So I do notice you. I know who you are. I do want to check out your stuff too. Let's see. Thank you, Kook, for answering Gus's question, by the way. Looks like he's good there. So, Clayzo, another thing, videos get too long for me. I know it's more work minimizing the minutes. I'm just used to watching 10-minute videos so I can do other things. Okay. Deccan, I'm sorry, did you say that hockey is the best sport? Jaws, honestly, it felt like one major way to get Goldie more views is for him to make videos like 99 Juan Soto card reveal. No, never, Jaws. That's what I'm talking about. I feel like if I ever did that, if I ever did something like that, I would be a sellout. I would be a sellout. I'd get labeled, man. I'd get labeled to be a sellout. And that's something I fear, man. I fear it. I fear it. I fear it. I fear it. I don't ever want to get to that situation. All right, see you, Flying Cows. Swimmer Dude, did you get my DM on Discord? Let me look, because I don't... Is it about upgrading a player? Yep, I got it. I got it. It's there. I just haven't gotten to that stage yet. I'll get there. I'm gonna do customs last because I know that there's a series of stuff that I got to do for that. So, what do we got else here? What else? Ben for the win. Can you upload XHL twice a week? I don't like waiting a week for one vid. Possibly. Sid, honestly, I'd consider a second channel for non-MLB stuff. Just keep one channel specialized, then get that one really popping and consistently plug channel 2. Interesting. Don't listen to Ben for the win. He thinks hockey's the best sport. It is good, though. Come on now. Hockey's great. Playoff hockey's amazing. Sequestral says you do have to sell out to get anywhere on the site. LOL. Yeah, but see, I feel like I'm going to try to fight the good fight, though, Quest. I feel like I want to fight the good fight. Because all of you guys that are the OGs of the channel, you know me. You know me by now. It's been 5 years. You know me. So I feel like if I did something different, if I like turned on a dime, you'd be like, oh, there he is. There he goes. I knew it would happen someday. He turned to the dark side, you know? It's like, no, dude, I don't want to be that. I don't want to do that. I don't want to be that. I want to fight this uphill battle, guys. I want to fight the uphill battle. I want to win at that uphill battle. I want to succeed at it. I want to stick it. I want to stick it to the algorithm. I want to show people that you don't have to swim with the current and make it. Like, you don't have to conform, you know? Don't be a conformist. You can blaze your own trail and you can succeed. I want to show people that you can do it, you know? And I'm trying my hardest. It's tempting. It's very tempting to sit back and say, you know, maybe I just better start playing Mutt. You know, maybe I just better start playing Diamond Dynasty. Maybe I just better start doing card pack openings. Oh, Juan Soto. Oh, 99. As if there's some difference between Juan Soto 99 and 99 Barry Bonds, you know? If you're a good MLB The Show player, the ratings won't matter. I don't get it. I don't understand. I don't get it, man. It's just, God. I don't understand, man. So, I've asked people in my Discord. I've tried to get people to understand it, like where I'm coming from with it, and even just inform me, educate me. Let me know, like, tell me, what is the difference between Manny Machado, 99 Manny Machado, versus 99 Cal Ripken Jr., third base, or 99 Brooks Robinson, third base? What's the difference? You might have some slight differentiations in hitting, right? Cal Ripken, kind of less power than Manny Machado, right? I would say that, less power. The fielding numbers would be all relatively the same, right? So, like, if you're looking for a defensive third baseman, like, what's the difference? God, it just agitates me to no end. Good Lord. Clayzo, Pokemon pack openings. Got to see this man freak out. Yeah, especially when they're staged. Like, oh my God, it's a Charizard! You know, Mutt Geezer, I don't, if that's what you do, if you do that stuff on the content, no harm, no foul here, man. I want someone to explain it to me because I don't get it. I don't understand it. Yeah, you should open Pokemon packs. Oh God, Manny has a cooler number. It could possibly be it. Use your channel points. Hit him up on email, Discord, or comment. Okay, thank you, Swimmer Dude. Thank you. FIFA? Hell no. Hell no. No FIFA. No FIFA. We're supposed to use our hands to play with balls. What? What? Soccer players have foot fetishes. Okay, I'm done. I'm done with that. Yeah, no, the FIFA thing, like, it would be funny for like a couple episodes, I think, because I'm just not a soccer person. You know, I'm not a soccer person at all. Oh, we got something live. We got a live one. We got a live one, boys. We got a live one. Here we go. Here we go. Oh my God. We got a live one. Look. This is what I'm talking to you guys about. Every day I get an XBA comment. What happened to the XBA? I just had like 5 messages here in the live stream chat today. What happened to the XBA? What happened to the XBA? Right? What happened to the XBA content? I deleted it. This is like the 20th comment about it in the last month and a half. It's not a lie. Okay, here we go. You guys ready for this? What is our comment going to be back to this person? Gustavo Hernandez. What is our comment going to be to Gustavo Hernandez? What is our comment back? What happened to the XBA videos? I tried to binge watch them, but can't find them anywhere. I deleted them. Why? Those videos were like the peak of creativity. I feel like this answer here should be the XHL is the peak of creativity. Or this channel is the peak of creativity. Yeah? Because the XHL, the GGBL, team builder content, creativity, right? This channel is the peak of creativity. Your mom is the peak of creativity? Okay. Clayzo. XBA is like Henry Ruggs. Series went by too. Wow. XBA was an amazing series. You should restart it. No. XBA, no. Never coming back. Tell him to do the XBA. That's a good one, Jaws. I like that. Tell him to do the XBA. Oh my God. If it's the peak of creativity, you guys should copy it. Just write no. Okay, Red Phoenix, that's a simple one, yep. Why? Those videos were peak of creativity. Well, seeing how those videos were on this channel, I therefore say or conclude. I'm going to sound real intelligent here. Well, seeing as how those videos were on this channel, I therefore conclude, sir, that this, ooh, here we go, channel, oh shit, this channel is the peak of creativity. Is the peak of creativity. Hence, you are commenting on an XHL all created hockey universe. Hockey universe. Are you not? Well, seeing as how those videos were on this channel, I therefore conclude that this channel is the peak of creativity. Hence, you are commenting on an XHL all-created universe. Are you not? I'm not reading that paragraph. Good. That's why you comment things like this. Then they're therefore, such as, thereof, hence. Which video was this one? This was on the last XHL video. Yeah. Seeing as how those videos are on this channel, I therefore conclude that this channel is the peak of creativity. Hence, you're commenting on XHL all created hockey viewers. Are you not? Oh, God. Love playing people at their own game, man. It's what you got to do sometimes. Play them at their own game. Oh, geez, Clayzo. Peak of creativity was Doug's accuracy in Rainbow Six. Who's Doug? Nobody knows who that is. Who's Doug at? Who's Doug? GG's from 2019. If you like the XBA, if you like the XBA so much, why don't you marry it? Shoot, I meant Chris. Yeah. No. Come on, Clayzo. I probably got better accuracy than you do. I'd love to see your Rainbow Six accuracy stats. I would love to see them. You show me them. Come on. Show me them. Rainbow Six Siege stats. Come on. Come on. Pull them up. Pull them up, Clayzo. Pull them up right now. Gold Glover 9. I'm probably not even in here anymore because it's been so long. When's the last time I played? Does it have match history? No matches recorded. Of course it doesn't, because I haven't played in over a ton of years, man. Here we go. Let's see. The last season I played was year 5, season 4. That would have been 2020. That would have been 2020. So I got to silver 2. I used to be gold 4. Okay. Used to be gold 4. Or gold 3, I think, was my highest ever. Interesting. Interesting. What about, do you have an overview? Okay. Overview. KD is a 1-2. Does it have accuracy? 62% win percentage, boy! It's not bad. It's average. Ranked is a 1-2-7. So I was a better... No. It was a better... I was pretty consistent. 1-2-9, 1-2-7. It doesn't show you the accuracy. Shoot. Well, maybe it's in operators for your guns. What was it? It was year 4. Yeah, it's not going to give it to me. Shoot. Well, anyway, maybe if you guys play Siege, maybe sometimes we can rank up. Best MMR by season, personal record, was Burnt Horizon Gold 3. Okay. View all seasons. No, it's not going to give me what I wanted. Shoot. Well, anyway. I challenged him and I didn't have the info. Oh well. Is what it is. Little Barnacle 69. Little Barnacle 69. Wow. Rainbow Six Siege stats. It's probably, you know what? We should be searching Little Barnacle. What's his name? Little Barnacle what? 69. Little Barnacle 69. You're not even in here. You're probably on that PlayStation, aren't you? Little Barnacle 69. There's 776. I wonder if you're on PlayStation here. Little Barnacle. Nope. I got nothing, man. I got nothing. Maybe you're a PC player, Clayzo. Nope. I got nothing, man. You don't exist. Now you're just Silver Glover 9. That's funny. That's funny. You wanna bring back the shooting games, right? Maybe on the Underdog. Maybe on the Underdog. I haven't checked that channel actually in a little while. Mario Super Sluggers on the Wii. Let's go. Ooh, Decken, that might be a good one. That might be a good one to do. Yeah, Superstar Baseball for Mario. Why not? Why not? That'd be kind of fun, I think. That might be something to look into, actually. That would be very fun. What do you guys want to see? You know, like we've talked a lot about like all this analytics stuff and everything. We've got 22 people in here now. I mean, I'm pretty close to ending the stream tonight. It's almost midnight here. Let me know right now. What do you guys want to see? Don't say XBA because it's not coming back. I hate to be an asshole. I hate to be a dick to you guys, but it's not coming back. Get a little bit strange. You know, Diabolus wants me to be General Sam. That's who he wants me to be. He wants me to be that. He thinks that I can hone in there somehow. Like, he thinks I can do that. Old NFL games and more baseball. Alpacas. Wow, I'm not even going to say that. Red Phoenix, more hockey to be honest. GGBL 2.0, the Squeakquel. Mutt Geezer says NCAA. Okay. Ayo. XHL for baseball would be cool. I did do that. I did do that. What? I did do that. That would be the GGBL, my friend. GGBL. GGBL. There it is. Boom. 4 hours. I went, what was I doing? 5 hours? Oh my God. One game decides their fate. 5 hours? What was I doing? I had 3 matchups. Why did we go 5 hours when we stream this? 5 hours again. ALCS, NLCS. I'm not gonna lie. MLB The Show was fun. Like, GGBL was fun. I remember there was a game where I think like Carolina and LA, it went nuts. Like Seiko Ichiman, you guys remember that? I called that home run. That was great. GGBL was best. Yeah. It was good when it was around. Yeah. Probably talking about my job. Oh wait, what about Road to the Show content? I have done a little Road to the Show. Yeah. Ricky Holberman. I never did do this one. No, actually, where is it? Anyway. Yeah, Ricky Holberman here. Detroit Tigers. It was so funny. It was so funny to me. This was a childhood player that I came up with in my backyard. He gets drafted by the Red Sox, which is the team that he was on in my little, 8-year-old self's imagination. He gets drafted by the Red Sox. They had a glitch in the game where you kept getting traded. We end our career with the Detroit Tigers. It was pretty good. He was a Tiger in the backyard version of Little Dougie. So, baseball's your golden ticket. I'm with you, Matt. I'm with you. Baseball's where my heart is. It's in the name as well. Gold Glover 9. I need to stick to baseball, but it's hard. It's tough because I like to play other things, Yeah. I want GGBL Part 2. Road to the Show has been ruined. Last year's Road to the Show forced you to be a two-way player. Yeah. That Holberman series was great. It was pretty good. Commentary wasn't very good. Just because I was so new to the platform, I was so new to it. But okay, so it sounds like you guys really want baseball. Like, man, the predominant things that you guys are talking about, there's not a lot of football comments in here. We had a couple NCAA things. Well, Madden. You had a Madden 08 sprinkled in there. So more hockey, more GGBL, more baseball. Baseball is the golden ticket. Okay, well, we'll have to see what people say in the comment section, too, of this video, I'm sure. That yeah, I'm sure that people have their say, but yeah, football says Bear Games, Diaz is football. So ultimately, what it comes down to, guys, is it is a football baseball channel, right? Right. Red Phoenix said, I mean, I was introduced to your channel with the Huskies and watch XHL whenever they come out, so I think you have an audience for hockey. GGBL, but Kenneth Alexander plays well in gameplay. I'd be interested in knowing 16 Lions. Super Mega Baseball. Dia says, I'm big on XHL too. Well, that's funny because you never seem to talk about it in the other server. I'm giving you shit, Shane. I'm giving you shit. I'm just playing with you. Crazy Kane, GGBL. Okay, all right, okay. You guys have convinced me, okay? GGBL confirmed for 23. GGBL confirmed for 23. You guys will get it. We'll have a couple new teams. We'll do it right this time. We'll do it right. Josh says, I'm quoting you on that. Quote me, baby. Quote me, baby, one more time. Dun, 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 dun. Wait, that's not the right song. That's Backstreet Boys, isn't it? Dun, dun, dun. There's an NSYNC. That makes you larger than life. Dun, 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 dun. Who was this? Backstreet Boys. Oh, man. That's showing my age right there. If you don't do it, I'll be sending the FBI to your house for leaking classified information. Wow. Matt. It's just evil, man. Why would you do something like that? Why don't you, Matt, you want to tell us something. So let's end the stream with a little high note here. Thank you guys. Number one, thank you guys so much for coming in, hanging out with me tonight, talking to me about this really quick, because I'm going to say it again. This channel takes up so much of my life. Like, I don't know if you guys really truly understand that. Maybe even people that are maybe watching but they're not commenting. Maybe people that are just coming in and kind of popping in off the stream. But this channel is something for me to do. It's a hobby of mine. It's something that when I get into something, I don't go light with it. I go hard at it, you know? And when I get into something, I don't want to give a half-ass effort. Like, I want to go all in. I want to do it right. I want to give it an A+ effort. Like, I just feel like I can't put my stamp on it. I can't put my name on something and have it be a piss poor product. Like, I just can't do that. I don't want to do it for my own reputation, and I don't want to waste your guys' time either. So I put a lot of, I can't say blood, sweat, and tears, but I put a lot of effort into this, a lot of time into this channel. And just to see kind of like this output right now, it really, like, it grinds me up, man. It grinds my gears. And especially when I look across the board at other creators and I see what they're doing, and I'm like, how are they doing what they're doing? I'm kind of doing the same thing here. Like, what am I doing wrong? You know? So for you guys to hang out with me tonight, talk this out and talk it out and kind of understand where your guys' heads are at, what you guys like to see from this channel, get your feedback on it, that it does mean a lot to me. And I want you guys to know that, because, you know, without you guys watching the videos, I mean, who are you making videos for? You know, you're not just making videos to make videos. You know, like, I have ideas in my head and I'm like, this would be kind of cool to show off to people. That's kind of why I do it, you know, and it's a hobby of mine. It keeps me sane. You know, when you're working 9 to 5 and you need a hobby. You need something to do. So this is kind of my hobby. So I appreciate you guys. Seriously. to offer your feedback. So with that, to end the video, to conclude the video, Matt, you got to tell us, what do you want to tell us? Because it's obvious you want to tell us something about your job. You want to tell us something that's classified. So what do you want? What do you want to tell us, man? Let it rip. And by the way, Diablo says, where the hell's the XBA Gold? It was my favorite series, and now the vids are all gone. Where are they? Oh, my God. Jaquez says 2K22. Man, you guys are crazy. You guys are crazy with XHL. Peace out, Cub Scout. I'm tired. All right, see you, Deccan. No matter what you do, I will never bring back the XBA. No matter what you do. You could give me $1,000. I will never bring it back. I wouldn't do it. It wouldn't be worth it. Crazy Kane. GGBL, XHL, and XBA. That's a lot, dude. I hope you understand what you're asking. That's a lot. Bad Zerman. Fireside chat. LL, you tell me. What do you want to know? $1,000 is chump change. $1,000 for the XBA to come back is chump change. Let's be real here. Like, you want to bring back the XBA? How about this? How about this, guys? How about this? How about this? If you, as the community, if you guys want to bring back an XBA series, okay, you got to make it worth my time, man. You got to make it worth my time. If you guys want to bring back an XBA series, I will put it to the community right now. If you can, like, start a GoFundMe or something, and, like, if you can raise... if you can raise, let's see, there's 31,000 subscribers. I think like 20,000 people came into the channel for the XBA. If you can raise $10,000, I'm gonna go with that number from Diabolist. If you can raise 10 grand, okay, if you can raise 10 grand, I will bring it back. I will bring it back, and what I will do, you can put me to this, okay? You can put me to this. It'll be my word. I'll have to look into it. I'll have to figure out how it all works. But I will donate 5,000 of that money, okay? I will donate half of that. Let's go 75% of that money, okay? Let's do 75%. What is that? What's the math on that? So 10 grand times 0.75, okay? I'll donate $7,000. I'll donate $7,000 of that to a charity. Okay? If you guys can fund the XBA to come back, I'll take 3. I'll send 7,000 over to a charity. Okay? Got yourself a deal on that? 10K is nothing. Off a government salary. Yeah, you're right. How? What the hell? Better be ready to start filming tomorrow. Make it 20K. Nah, that number is in the Cubs thumbnail. 100 million, $7,500. I'll pay to keep the XBA from coming back. I'll pay just to keep it from coming back. Okay. All right, Jaws. Another number for you guys. Whoever, hey, how about this? How about this? Whoever funds the most money from both opposing sides, yeah? So we'll have one side that's funding for the XBA to come back, and we'll have one side that's funding for the XBA to not come back, okay? How about that? We have a war. We'll have a community war between who can... Oh my God, that's funny. That is funny. But I would feel bad to take money away from people that like donated just to keep it away from the channel, you know? So I'd have to do something for them. Like, how would I do that? You know, I wouldn't take the money. I think that's the biggest thing. I wouldn't take the money, honestly. If we had enough people to say like, hey, we outbid, pay to keep it away. That's hilarious. If you bring back GGBL, you got to make me an ambassador. Gold is laughing right now, but then these MFers will actually pile their money together. They probably will. If you bring back the GGBL, make me the Emeralds, not the ambassador. Just make me the entire team. I am Seattle. How about you donate 9999 rollers for the XBA, so we just need a roller. No, I'm serious though. I'm not kidding. I am not kidding. The amount of work that happens, like, God damn it, I hate that series so freaking much. I hate that series so much, man. Oh my god. Ugh. It's just it's like it's basketball. Like I don't know anything about basketball. And it's just a slog. It's just slog to get through, man. You start editing stuff up, you start cutting it up. You're like, well, you know, that dunk was kind of cool. You know, you got to throw it in there, and then by the time you know it, you know, there's another three, and then it's, you know, it's like, what do you decide to show and not show? Like, what's the difference between point number 2 when it's 2-0 or when it's 57-63? Like, I don't know. It's a slog to get through, and I don't know enough about basketball. I can't stand it. So I hate to be that way, but I'm like, for it to come back, there's got to be something. There's got to be something in it for me, because I hate it. You guys love it. I hate it. You really want it to come back. That is a winning idea right there. If you can fund it to get to $10,000, everybody in the chat's like, no, get it to $1 million, man. Just ask higher. No, I think it's a lot, because even in Patreon, people won't want to donate on Patreon either. So to get a custom player, they won't donate either. So, you know, think about this, guys. Think about this. If every subscriber on this channel donated $1, it's $31,000 every year. Not even that, just a month. Like if you donated $1 a month, that's $31,000 a month, right? $31,000 a month times 12. Your boy would be making $372,000 a year. You know what I'd be able to do with that? XBA would be nonstop, man. XBA would be nonstop. I'd give it to you guys every day. I would be staying up all night. I wouldn't have to work. I wouldn't have a 9 to 5. I would say, honey, go sit up there. You can watch the kids. You can crochet. You can run your side biz. You know, you can do whatever you need to do with the kids. Take them out. Go to Cedar Point tonight. You know, just go to Cedar Point for a 5-day weekend. I don't care. I'm over here. I'm streaming some XBA. Because the people want their XBA, man. People want it. Oh my god. Wouldn't it be something though? Oh my god. No, but I'm not even kidding. Like if everybody donated $1, like theoretically it would never happen, but theoretically if everybody did, I wouldn't have to work. Like I could pull that off for you guys. I would be streaming XBA all day, every day. You know, that's what I'd do. I would do that for you. Because you guys are coming out, you're supporting the channel, you're saying, here, Goldie, here's $1, you know, boom. It's $31,000 a month. That's ridiculous. Even if you did half of that, right? So let's just do like half, like 15,000, right? 15,000 people donated $1 times 12. Still $180,000. That's ridiculous. I would quit my day job and I would say, we're streaming XBA. That's all we're doing. If that's what you guys want. And I would have no bones about it. I wouldn't complain. Dude, even if you did, it's not even 15. If you did $5,000. Guys, if you did $5,000 a month, yeah? $5,000 a month. I'm making this right now in my work. That's what I make in my work right now. $5,000 a month, right? So 600 or well, what am I talking about? $60,000 a month, a year. That's the day job. That's the full-time day job right there. College educated day job right there. That's what that will get you. It's not a lot, but it pays the bills, right? But if you could do that on YouTube, you know what I would be doing? I would be telling my work, I'd be like, I'm not playing games. I'm letting the CPU do this. I'm not doing anything. I'm working, but I'm letting the stream run on my YouTube channel. So just to let you know, like, I'm not sitting there playing games while I'm supposed to be working, right? Like that's just, it's like, that'd be crazy, right? But it would give me incentive to bring it back, because right now I don't have any incentive. I have no incentive at all to bring it back. And I hate sounding like that, but it's true. I don't have any incentive to bring it back. I hate the series. I hate it. Don't watch GG4. Where's GG5? Gold Glover 9. What is the reasoning behind the GG9 name? Gold Glover 9? My birthday is on the 9th of a certain month. My favorite number was always 9 because of that. Gordie Howe wore number 9. Drew Brees wore number 9. Had a lot of good sports number 9s. Damian Easley, Tigers second baseman a long time ago, was number 9. Always liked Damian Easley. Just had a lot of good number 9s. There's 9 players on a baseball field. Baseball's my sport. Gold Glover. I was a really good defensive outfielder when I actually was fast, when I was younger. Now I can't run. I try to play outfield in my city league, and it just doesn't work anymore. So I'm playing third base now because I can't run in the outfield, dude. It's just your speed will go away from you. It'll just go bye-bye. It'll go into the ether. Bye-bye. See you later. Bye-bye speed. So yeah, 9 players in the baseball field. Gold Glover. Yeah, it's just there you go. Yep. So just do GGBL and XHL, says Crazy Kane. How dare you say Hernan Gomez wrong, you Philistine. Oh my God. Where's the OnlyFans GG69? Oh, you know what we should do? That's a better idea. Titus, that's an even better idea. Put the XBA behind a paywall. Call it the SexBA. OnlyFans. GG9 OnlyFans. The SexBA. Put it behind a paywall. Show go you want the finals, big boy? You want the finals? You want game number 7? You want game number 7? The Jacksonville Jump against the Alaska Chill. Game 7. Donate $5 to the GG9 OnlyFans. Oh my God. Oh man. I'm just reading your guys' comments right now. Oh my God. Cyber players. Table news. Oh my God. No. Where are we going with this stream, honestly? Where are we going? All jokes aside, guys, the one thing that my brother spent a lot of time on the XBA, and it's really unfortunate that that I had to do what I had to do for the channel. But on a serious note, this man, he did so much. He did so much. And it sucks. So, well, like when I make fun of the series or I say like bad things about it, I'm telling you the truth that it does, like the editing of the videos, like they bother me. But I don't mean to like discredit the work that he did for it, like he did a lot of the editing for it. He made most of the teams as it was. Courts, jerseys, logos. He paid for all the logos. Like he did a lot of freaking work. So, when I kind of spit on it a little bit, when I poo-poo it, kind of sucks to do that. So I do feel bad when I do that, but I am telling you the truth that I'm not a big fan of it. I don't like to edit it. I don't like to do it. I don't like the concept of it for the channel, but I would be remiss to keep bashing it when I know that, I love my brother very much, and he's always there helping me come up with content ideas as well, and helping me do Team Builder, and having this adventure with me and you guys, of course, to do this stuff. So when I make fun of it, I'm not attacking him. I'm just attacking what the series did to the channel. So just to let you guys know that I don't want to keep bad mouthing it as much as I do. So let's see. I don't know if this is personal, but something happened to him. Is that why he's done and you don't want to continue? No. Titus, it had nothing to do with that. It's just, the XBA ended because like it was. Let's just hold on. Let me just type this in for you real quick. Okay, XBA here. So if I go back to date, so like you can see like in March, like you can see the views like dropping, right? So this year we were only getting like 1,200 views, 800 views, 666, bad number right there, 629, 935. So we weren't getting the numbers. And by this time I think that I backed out completely of it. I didn't want anything to do with it anymore. 98 episodes, man, almost 100 episodes. I mean, it was a lot. So I think the big thing for us was the numbers, the amount of support, and I was starting to see what it was doing to the channel about the recommendations and the algorithm and pushing videos out and everything else that I was doing about it. I was getting so tired personally of seeing the comments pop in every single freaking day. When's the XBA? Where's the XBA? Where's this? Where's that? You're doing a baseball thing. Where's the XBA at? It's like, guys, leave me alone about it, man. I'm just trying to run the channel. I'm trying to do other things outside of this basketball thing that I don't have any passion about whatsoever. And like I just told you, my brother invested a lot of time and a lot of money into it, paying for the logos, making the jerseys, making the rules and how the league would function and work. So he spent a lot of time with it. So he had already like a lot of time invested into it, a lot of blood, sweat, and tears invested into it, and he didn't want to let it go. I was ready to cut it off, but he didn't want to let it go. So I just told him, I said, well, if it's your baby, then here's the Xbox. You can take it home. You've got the editing program, and people are familiar with you. They know who you are on the channel. So you can go ahead and edit it yourself. And he did. So I didn't have a problem with him continuing it. I just was wanting to ask him a few times over, just like, when are you thinking about ending it? Right? You want to go 8 seasons, he said, and all that. So he and I are not on bad terms. I mean, we're still doing college football. We're not on bad terms. It's just he wanted to do one thing and I wanted to do another, and said, okay, it's what you want to do, so go ahead and do it. And he did it. My brother and I have a good relationship. Like we're actually pretty close for brothers being 3 years apart. So yeah, we've always been cool. Never had an issue. Let's say what you guys are saying here. XBA theme lives in my head rent free. I just run a front loader contract. Okay. Love WWE. Wrestling I'm not too much into. Diminishing returns on YouTube series are a major problem with the platform, especially in gaming. I've seen channels get 5 million views on part 1. Yeah. Get 200 on part 50. Yeah, it's natural. It's natural though. It happens with everybody. It happens with every creator. You launch a series, you start a series, it starts off hot, and like you're invested in it now. Like as a creator, it's bad PR for you to start something and then end it because the views are too low. It's like, no, dude, you started this. You kind of got to see it through. And however the views are kind of falling, you got to figure out a good place to end it. You can't just pull the rug out from people. Like that's just not. It's not good moves. That's not a good move. But yeah, so we're good. We're fine. You're a sports gaming variety channel, emphasis on the variety, and you cater to fans of all sorts. So I can see how being backed into a corner would bug you. Also, what non-sports games do you play? Ever thought about doing content on those? I used to do that. I used to do a lot of shooter stuff. Like that's how the channel actually got started. Was Battlefield 1 tips and tricks. Bad thumbnails. You know, this is when I first started, and then I started diving into sports. Like I wanted to do MLB, some shooter stuff, like things that I was really interested in, things that I really liked doing. Then I started digging into Madden a little bit, Assassin's Creed, Call of Duty. Thumbnails were bad. And then by the time August rolled around in 2017, my brother and I were like, why don't we just do our side thing, our team builder conferences that we always do, you know, when we're just hanging out and having fun, like in our own free time. Why don't we just launch this into a YouTube series? So we started doing college football, and that completely took off. And those are our biggest success right there. 15,000 views in 2017. And from there, it was just kind of like, well, I gotta move into sports gaming, because apparently this is kind of my niche. This is where people like to go. It's my sports gaming stuff. And then there's bad thumbnails again, and they got a little bit better. Started slowly creeping in, getting better a little bit. But a lot of the non-sports stuff came from like Assassin's Creed, stuff that I'm interested in, Call of Duty, but didn't see a whole lot of movement on those. This was like way before anybody kind of knew that an algorithm existed, you know? So, yeah. But I've since moved all of my shooter stuff over to The Underdog, which I'm surprised that this has 5.8 thousand views. Friends list broken? Are there any new comments? Nope. Yeah, interesting. Just funny. I haven't uploaded on this in a long time. Actually, when was the last time I uploaded on this? A month ago. November 16th was the last upload. I don't have a lot of time. That's ultimately what it comes down to. Just time. 5 series on the sports channel. Just, you run out of time. Vulcan. Let's see what you guys are saying here. What are you saying here? Vulcan, that's why I say you should make a separate channel strictly for when you want to post other videos to try other series of games, and also you don't have to interfere with the series plans on here. I know 2 people on MLB The Show team. Oh, what a wild world to take 2 months off and start making 95% of the same game every year. That's interesting, Titus. That's interesting. So if you like, you want to keep your contacts close. I get it. Like, who am I to sit here and ask you, like, who are those people? Have you ever, like you said, you know them. Have you ever told them that, like, franchise really needs a little something extra, like maybe in the scouting department? Scouting sucks in this game. It is the same thing year and year and year over and year over. It's awful. Scouting should not work the way that it does in the game, in my opinion. It needs to be better. How I would change scouting is, especially in the show, you need to get that player in your hands. You need to get a feel for that player. You can't just look at his hot and cold zones and then look at his power and contact numbers and his discipline. And like, you need to get that PCI. You need to know like what this player can handle. You need to get the feel for this player. You need to scout him yourself. Kind of like what the older Maddens used to do. You used to be able to take a player and you used to like play with them in workout drills. And you used to be able to do this for X number of players and really get a feel for how their play style was. How hard do they throw? How soft do they throw? Are they accurate? Can they run a little bit? Like, how do they feel in the controller? And like, that's what you need in this game. Like, you need to know what this player is all about. Titus says, I wish I had the clout to talk to them about the game. I have many friends in the gaming industry. You had to understand that they are all under strict NDA. Yeah. That's true. But you could still let them know. Like, you could get your opinion in there. Like, I get there under the NDA. They can't tell you things, but you can tell them stuff. Like, they can be a sounding board. You know? I just feel like in a baseball game, you need to have that player in your controller. You need to have that feel for him. You need to understand what you're drafting. You need to understand what you need to develop. Like, get the numbers. Numbers are numbers at the end of the day. They don't tell the whole story. So, the highest person I know at Sony has been working for the team for 15 years and one is top guys. Pretty sure he hates it, but it's a solid living and reliable work. But that goes into a different topic, and I don't know if I want to tackle that today, but man, the love and care for video games has gone downhill. And that's what I'm trying to bring back with the series that I run on this channel. Ultimately, that's really what I'm trying to get back into our gaming lives here. As I'm trying to create content that is compelling. I'm trying to create content that tells a story. I'm trying to create content that gets you guys invested into it, that gets you wanting to leave a comment. You know, we don't get a lot of comments here on this channel anymore. And it is a little disappointing when you come to a video and you're like, 771 views. I bet you there's like 5 comments. I bet you. How many? 4. I didn't even know that. Like, I didn't know that coming in. I just had a feeling. 4 comments, guys. On 771 views, 4 comments. So, there's things in the videos and the content that I'm making right now that I feel like they're kind of letting me down a little bit. Not you guys, but the videos, the content that I'm making, that I'm cutting up and I'm putting together, it's kind of letting me down a little bit. It's kind of depressing in a way. You spend a lot of time, you make these videos, you try to make stories that are compelling, that get people immersed into the series, into the universe that you're creating, and you get 4 comments, And again, you look across the water and you see that people are getting like 5K on their college football videos. People are still getting like 3K on their baseball stuff, and it's disappointing. It's disappointing. So you feel like the effort that you're putting in is like, you're doing something wrong. You feel like you're doing something wrong. So the purpose of this video tonight was to get your guys' feedback, stay on long enough for people to join in that might have not been able to get to the live stream, but stay on long enough to where you can get some feedback, some actual feedback from different people. And I think overall what you guys have said is you love what we're doing here. You wish it was faster. You wish the intros were faster. You want to get in and get out. You want more games in a single episode. You want a little more consistency. You want more of a structure. It is pretty structured, though. Like, every Saturday is Team Builder. Every Friday is XHL. Every Tuesday is Cubs. Every Thursday is Saints. Like, I got every day of the week covered, basically. But a lot of people don't know that. A lot of people don't watch the channel update videos. A lot of people don't know what the series schedule is. So there might be a titles issue, like I think what Sid was mentioning. There might be a titles issue. That could be a problem. When a notification pops up, you don't know what this means. Fan favorite says goodbye. That could take up your whole notification on your phone, and you have no idea if that's Cubs. You have no idea if that's XHL. You have no idea if that's Saints. Since everything's at the end, Chicago Cubs franchise is at the end of the title. So there's a lot of things you guys bring up, and I appreciate all that feedback. I'm going to have lots to think about here moving forward in the next couple days. None of the series are going anywhere, but I am going to start speeding some things up. Like XHL is going to get sped up. Cubs has got to get sped up. I think we're going to be at the draft in June here in the next episode. So actually not the next episode. The next episode is going to be tomorrow, which is opening day. We'll sim to June, but we're not going to cover the draft in the next episode. But yeah, anyway, I appreciate you guys tonight. Let me finish this off with reading some of the comments. Kind of what Jaws and you guys are talking about here, like the showcase, the Road to the Show showcase. That's exactly what my mind went to when I was thinking like the scouting part of MLB The Show. They already had it in the game. They already had it built into the game. Why don't we have something like that for prospects? Like, you already had it in the game. You had it in Road to the Show. Move it over to franchise and let us take prospects. Let us select a few guys and take them into practice mode. Something. Allow us to play with those players. Titus, to be frank, I watched probably 30 hours of your content before saying anything. Maybe that's part of the reason too. Maybe people are shy. Maybe people read some of the comments, the hate comments that I get and the way that I respond to them. Maybe people think that I'm scary, you don't want to talk to me. Maybe that's a fact. Vulcan says our storylines are super good. Comparative to Bengal and other creators, not the expert. I'd consider myself a friend of Drew. He and I talked a couple times. We've never done like a collaboration or anything. I don't think he ever would. We're a little too small for that, but he and I have always had good talks. Red Phoenix says he's going to start a league of his own. I hope that you do. They're fun to do. They're just a lot of work. I encourage you guys to do it if you don't, but they are a lot of work. Blaze B, have you seen the Bordeaux guy? He does college football. Yes, I have. I actually talked about him in the beginning of the episode, actually. He's totally changed the game as far as editing goes. Kind of like what you said, he gets an entire season done in one video. Like, you're moving light speed at that point. See, I don't know if I could do that because I like to kind of build some storylines up. I can't talk that fast. It's just not my style. So that might not be something I'd be able to do. All right, see you, Matt. I got to get a call. I have to go. The White House is something up. Oh, my God. Saints Park. Yeah, Saints Park. Welcome to Saints Park. Would it benefit you to schedule content when real life sport is out for the season? I've thought about that. I've thought about that, but then like nobody craves it. I don't know. I see where your head's at, but people aren't hyped up. Like if you're doing hockey in the summer, people aren't looking for hockey in the summer. Like just like with football, if you're doing football, you could do football anytime, I think, and you'd do fine. Baseball, if you're doing baseball in the winter, like nobody cares. After July, nobody cares. Like after the All-Star break, diehard baseball fans, they love it. But casual people, they're pretty much done with baseball. They've had April, May, June, July, like they're checked out. They just want the playoffs. They want the postseason. But I do see where your head's at. Found this guy, channel Daddy Dimmu. Some good stuff on there too when you're done watching GG9. Daddy Dimmu is a pretty good creator. He does a lot of Twitch stuff. He's just recently gotten into college football with a team builder team in the revamp mod. I think it's funny because he's starting to branch out a little bit. MLB The Show has been so bad this season for like online play that he's been forced to feel like he's got to do something else, you know? So here's a baseball guy trying to get into something, another game. And you can tell that he hasn't really played a lot of college football because there's a lot of, like, I'm not perfect over here, but there's some reads that the man makes. And, like, people lose games and stuff in college. I'm like, how are you guys doing? How are you losing games? Like, it's college football. You can win. If you got a good team, 70 overall and above, like, you should be able to hang, you know? But like for our Robins and late Webb Wonders over here, you know, we're in the 50 overall rating. It does make it more of a challenge, but it's easy to cheese the game. Every route in college football is basically cheese. You just got to look for animations. You got to know what you're looking for. Out route cheese, slant cheese, drag cheese, running back Texas angle route cheese, fly route cheese. Like if your guy beats the man off the line of scrimmage on the press, like he's wide open. It's just, I don't know. It's the whole game is cheese. Rollout cheese, read option cheese, fullback dive cheese. Like it's just too easy. It's just too easy. You should do a Madden thing with your brother. You know, we've talked about Madden, but he's not really a pro football guy. He really likes college football. That's kind of his thing. You could also stream your recording session so people who want to catch a game can watch it live, and then the episode is a rapid fire edit. Video Game Nation says hello. I'll read your comment 1 second here. Titus actually brings up a good point. So I have thought about that too. The only thing that holds me back from that is the constant pings. You know what I'm saying? I don't want people to get so fatigued of the channel. There's a fine balance. You want people to get the notification, but you also don't want to spam people. So I feel like if I go live with a live stream and then I cut it up and then I post it as like a quick edit highlight, I feel like people would get double whammied on that. It would actually hurt you worse than it would if you just did one thing. I don't know. I feel like you get double whammied on that. I don't know. Matt, you're just making this shit up. VP wants to meet me later today. Crap. Why can't you just say Kamala? Kamala Harris wants to meet you. What is she going to say? Probably something stupid. The time is now. And now is the time to do what we have always done, which we want to do more of. Today is the time for now. I just made that up. But that's something that Kamala Harris would say. Vulcan. So for that, GG9, I'd say, you know, when you think about it, Joe Biden and Kamala, they're basically one and the same. They can't speak. they can't speak. They just can't do it. If you really put your mind to something, well, anyway. If you hold something near and dear, well, anyway. Hold on. We're going to find that video.
On custom players, so real life people that are on.
Okay. All right. Joe Biden. Near and dear. Oh, man.
I'm going to say something outrageous. I have never been particularly poor at calculating how to get things done in the United States Senate. So the best way to get something done, if it holds near and dear to you that you like to be able to, anyway.
Well, anyway. I don't know what's up. If you hold something near and dear, I'm going to say something outrageous. Oh, man. On a serious note, though, like, it's elderly abuse, man. It's elderly abuse. The people that are forcing, like, why? No 80-year-old. Is he 80 years old? No 80-year-old's going to be running for president. Like, what's he doing? Somebody's back there, like, holding the gun to his head saying, like, you got to be the man. You got to be the guy that gets out here and talks to people. Like, it's elderly abuse, man. It's obvious he's got dementia. He's got something going on. And, like, people will still... It's cruel right now, man. And it's just... Well, anyway. Oh my god. GG9 no longer holds XBA near and dear. Anyway. Hey, I'm going to say something outrageous. The XBA, it's no longer near and dear, and well, anyway. Video Game Nation, hey, GG9, you should do a franchise rebuild like Mr. Hurricane does, watch games and have the GM role in Madden. So like a sim thing. I think, what was he doing with that? Was he doing like a Broncos one? What was he doing here? Hold on here. I think it was Broncos, wasn't it? Well, you know what he's doing here, so... It's got to be Titans? Is he playing as Titans? GG9 political campaign and company. He's doing a Vikings one right now. Okay, got it. Wow, he's still doing baseball. But see, this is what I'm talking about, though, guys. This is what I'm talking about. Like, what is the difference? This is what I want to know. This is what I want to get from you guys. I want to pull this out from you as much as I can. What is the difference? And Mr. Hurricane's a great creator. I got a lot of work to do to catch up to him. He's been an OG in this sports gaming community for a long time. In 5 years, I can't expect myself to get to his level, okay? Like, that's not what I don't want to... I want to be careful about how I word this, okay? Because when you start doing this comparing game, you don't want to, like, throw shade at somebody accidentally. Like, I'm not trying to throw shade at the guy. But I'm asking you, because you guys like to watch Mr. Hurricane, what is the difference, do you think, between Rockies franchise with Hurricane and Cubs with Goldie? What's the difference? I want to know what your thoughts are. That's 443 views. How many people are still uploading MLB The Show content? You know, how many people are still doing that? I'm curious. Matt says I would vote for GG. Well, I appreciate it, but there's got to be something I'm doing wrong. That's what I'm getting at. Hurricane's getting 8.4. You get 9.4. So he's still uploading MLB The Show, and he's killing it. He's still killing it. So I'm doing something wrong. Rocky's franchise is on MLB 21. Okay, I didn't realize that. Year 6, episode 120. So Hurricane he doesn't end stuff, does he? He keeps going. He gets into his franchise modes and he sticks with them. Despite the new games coming out, he stays with it. That's the difference, isn't it? He gets a viewership base and he doesn't screw them by ending the series. Right? That's what it comes down to. People that stick around are like, you're like every other creator, Goldie. You just start something and you end it. You know? Is that it? Do you think that might be what's going on? Zach's in the house. You develop your players he just signed and trade for everyone. Titles, length, and thumbnails are different from you and him for general videos, but in my opinion, you're better to watch for the actual gameplay and story. Thank you. GG9, best politician, he can predict the future. Maybe about like who MLB teams will sign and trade for, but not real life stuff. Titus, like I like the Mr. I like the Mr. Hurricane stuff he did in Super Mega Baseball. SMB devs were purchased through, and a sequel is very much in doubt. You never need to end a series because of a new game. Well, yeah, I mean now, especially because they're all the same, it's like you don't need to end a series. Isaac Barker, you remember when a guy on Twitter that DM you say, I can do news on Big 12 Team Builder, and it was over, and you were like, what is this kid talking about? The Big 12 Team Builder is over? That was me. Isaac, I apologize if I was crass, if I was mean. That's the word of the day for you guys, crass, okay? That's the word of the day, crass. Maybe you guys don't know what that means, crass. Lacking sensitivity, refinement, or intelligence. There you go. That if I ever come off as crass to you guys, I get a lot of questions, you know, and sometimes it eats away at me. It eats at me a lot. Zach says, I agree with Vulcan. What did Vulcan say? Oh, titles and length. That was that comment. Okay. Got it. He also has a second channel called Mr. Hurricane Let's Play. Yep. Kyrie's in the house here. Do a New Orleans versus Eagles. Do a New Orleans versus Eagles. I don't know what you mean by that. Do a New Orleans Saints versus Eagles gameplay? I don't know what you're saying. I've kind of stopped watching Kane because I've grown old of him. Not that he's bad. I've just outgrown him a little. You, however, my favorite video game guy. Well, thank you, Zach. I appreciate that. But, you know, Kane's... That's what I'm saying, though, dude. Like, there's something that Kane is doing that I'm obviously not doing. So, this is what I do when I'm not, like, editing videos. When I'm not, like, putting content together. Like, I'm trying to figure out and pick my brain about, like, what is happening here? What is so different? It's the thumbnails. It's got to be the thumbnails. We need a better gameplay for this matchup. The Cowboys need to beat us today. Can we get a season back on track? We're here to put on a show. We have to get better, but I love this team. Okay, I mean, compared to, what do we got? What are we doing here? The XHL has a new star. Fan favorite says goodbye. We need a big comeback. We need a big comeback. A fight to the death First game in new stadium. Cubs face elimination. Robins versus Eagles. Whose wings get clipped? How could he do this? The freaking owner moved us. Did it really happen again? Late round devs. Our recruiting needs a massive upgrade. So, I don't know, man. It's the titles seem the same. They seem pretty similar. Oh, dude, Titus. I was just doing it. Dude, I was just doing an NFL head coach 09 thing the other day. I was doing it. I was recording all of it. I had gameplay ready to post and everything. And I just kept getting destroyed. So I actually watched Hurricane. I typed in NFL head coach 09. I wanted to see if it was happening to other people. What was happening to him? Like, I think it was the Dolphins or something. He was getting absolutely destroyed because the play IQ, I guess, the player IQ of the plays, like people, you had to get that up to a good level so they understood the playbook, because otherwise they would just suck. Like, I watched a lot of that. I was like, okay, good. It's not just happening to me, but some of the things that I learned about his gameplay there, I wanted to start over. So I've been thinking about NFL head coach 09. I've been thinking about it. Check out his Broncos 200 episode series. Have you tried NCAA 06? NCAA 06 is a great game. Could possibly do that. Remember, though, envy is bad, but learning from successful people is good. I agree with you. I'm not jealous of people. Like, okay, I want that to be clear. I'm only looking at people like Hurricane because I'm trying to compare about like what he does. I want to know. Like, I want to get to that level where every upload is successful. Like, this is success right here. This is the picture of success. And I want to get to that level. I just don't know what I'm doing wrong. How can I get to that level? I don't know. There's got to be something that I'm doing wrong, whether it's commentary, whether it's editing, whether it's got to be something. There's something that I'm doing that's not getting to the Hurricane level here. 17, 19, 21. Just not there. Vulcan says that I just think that shorter but attention-grabbing titles and thumbnails should do the trick for the algo. Although, now that I say that, titles seem fine. What is the subscriber threshold to feel comfortable making YouTube a full-time job? So subscribers actually don't mean anything anymore, Titus. I don't know if you guys knew this, but subscriber number doesn't mean anything anymore. It's literally all about watch time. So if I go to the analytics here, it's all about watch time, and it's about average view duration. And I've talked a little bit about this in the very beginning of the stream, but you need people to like stay on to the video for longer. Like, look at this. This video had 14% retention through the halfway point. That's terrible. YouTube's not going to sit there and recommend that video. They're not going to do it. That's awful. It's like, why would YouTube says, why am I going to recommend that video to people? Because it's just not keeping them on the platform. You know, it's not keeping people. You as the creator did a bad job at keeping people watching this particular video. So why are we going to push this out to recommend? That's what YouTube thinks. So your subscriber number doesn't matter. It's a good base point for like when you upload a video. So we have 31,000 subscribers. If all of those 31,000 subscribers came out and they watched this video, that's 31,000 views. It doesn't matter how long that they stayed. It doesn't matter how long that they were here for. It doesn't matter. YouTube's going to look at that like 31,000 views. Heck yeah, let's push this one out. 8,000 of these people. If just 8,000 people showed up, they're going to be like, 8,000 views in an hour? Heck yeah, let's push this thing out. So the subscribers, it's a good number to look at. It's a clean number to look at. It kind of shows how long you've been around, and it shows how many people are like, they like you, but it just doesn't mean anything anymore. It doesn't sustain a living. So that's kind of why I have a Patreon account now. ad revenue is about $100 a month from YouTube. I'll be fully transparent. It's about $100 a month, which is, you can't live on that. Not when you're trying to pay for a mortgage. But yeah, to sustain a full-time thing on YouTube, you should probably make sure that you're replacing your day job income. So the best way to do that is getting more views on your videos to get that ad revenue. And of course, on Patreon, giving added incentive to your fans and your viewers to say, hey, I'll make players for you. I'll make them in your likeness. If you want an arm pad on this shoulder, if you want eye tape on this, if you want a certain helmet, like, I'll make your player every single season. That's kind of what I do right now with Patreon. I will make if you're going to pay me $20 a month, I will make sure that your player looks exactly the way you want it to be. $20 a month's a lot of money, So I want to make sure that I'm giving you guys that same reciprocation, right? You guys are paying me to get things right, to make the content that you want to see. So, your Patreon, I mean, that's really where you're going to make most of the money there, to kind of help you out a little bit. But YouTube, you need hurricane numbers ultimately. Like, you need hurricane numbers in order to feel comfortable in making this your full-time thing, honestly. Whoa. Hey, I just looked at the chat. $10 from Titus. What are you doing, man? What are you doing? Thank you. Did he have a message there too? Nope, just $10. Thank you, sir. I appreciate that. Let's see what he said here. I remember buying my dad that game for Christmas. He didn't want to play Madden because he's not a gamer but loves football. He was so into it. Which one? Oh, NCAA 06? Okay, gotcha. So you must have commented way down here. Holy crap. Kyrie, dude, calm down. Calm down, Kyrie. Holy crap, dude. Jeez. Oh my God. My guy. Calm down. I'm gonna have to time you out, dude. I'm sorry. I'm gonna have to time you out. Okay. There he is. I timed you out. I'm sorry. That's actually the Eagles and the Saints. They're going to be in the next episode. So I got that one coming up for you. So just be a little patient. I'll have it out to you on Thursday. It's all right. He's fine. He's a little obsessive of his Eagles and Saints, I guess. But no, seriously, thank you, Titus, for that. I didn't mean to have Kyrie kind of steal the show away from you there, but thank you very much. $10, very much appreciated. You know what, dude? Merry Christmas. Love your content and openness. Well, I appreciate it, man. Thank you. Now, see, for that, you basically just donated me $10. Okay? $10 a month right there. So if you want, you can DM me, you can email me, you can DM me. You can get a player in a series. How about that? Super chat, you just gave me $10. I'll give you a player. How about that? Vulcan says, if you don't stream on Twitch already, maybe start streaming on an unedited version of the series. And then post the edited version on YouTube. I know Bangle does that. That could possibly be a winning ticket. Yeah. Because, you're playing it anyway. It might be a winning ticket right there. You're getting it off of the algorithm. You can chop it down. You're playing the game anyway. You still have to edit it anyway. Whether you're playing off stream or you're playing on stream. It's not a bad strategy, actually. Not a bad strategy. Two birds with one stone with the Twitch idea. Boom. It's not a bad idea. Not a bad idea. I'll have to think on that one. You've got my head spinning on that one for sure. I hope your Lions make the playoffs, Goldie. I do too, man. Like, I think they would have done it if they just won last week. If you just beat the Panthers, I think you'd do it. But I think now you're in a situation where you've got... Now you're in a situation where you've got the Bears, which they'll probably win. You get the Bears, you'll probably win, but the problem is like I called this thing, man. You're gonna have the Bears, you'll beat them. You'll get to 8-8. They're 7-8 right now. You'll get to 8-8. And then the Packers, they'll win next week. They'll be 8-8. But you gotta go to Green Bay. So the Giants and the Commanders and all these teams will lose, right? They'll lose in week 17. The Lions will win. And they'll be in a situation in week 18 where the only way that they get into the playoffs is they got to go into Green Bay and beat them. And who's going to be playing? Aaron Rodgers. So, of course, they're going to get their ass kicked against Aaron Rodgers, and then it'll be, same old Lions, same old Lions. I can just see it now, dude. I can just see it now. Yeah. Oh, Sharks fan here. Okay, all right. So as a casual viewer, what happens is I start a video and end up clicking off to do something, then don't have time to finish. Next thing I know, it's a new video, so I'm behind, and it's hard to catch up. Wouldn't say it's anything you're doing. It's more of a me problem, which I think exists for a lot of people clicking off the video early. That could possibly be it too. So another thing to build off of that, Sharks fan, is that's kind of why I like to move slower sometimes, is because then I give you time to catch up. But oftentimes, I feel like what happens is that for like a guy like, okay, so I don't know what your viewing tastes are, but I'm going to assume, okay? So I don't want to put words in your mouth here, but I'm assuming, like, you're Sharks fan, you're a hockey guy, right? So you're here for XHL, right? So you'll click on XHL, you got something to do, you get sidetracked, you click off of it, you're doing whatever you need to do, right? You forget to come back, you don't watch it. Some time goes by, you get NCAA football, a notification pops up, you don't click on it. You get a Cubs notification, you don't click on it. And then by the time that 2 videos have gone by, we're talking 9 days, 4 days, so some time has gone by now. And you haven't had an XHL video notification pop up for you. Because YouTube sees that you clicked off of this, you were here for 20 seconds and you clicked off. You got a noti for this, you got a noti for that, and you said, nah, I'm good. I'm not going to watch that. Not interested in that. YouTube then sees and says, oh man, you must not be here for any of his content anymore. Like, you might have not liked this video. You must have been here for 20 seconds. You must not like it here. So I'm not going to push out this video now. I'm not going to push out XHL, the next one. So you won't ever have a chance to catch up. And by the time that you remember, oh man, I got to watch some XHL. Wonder what Goldie's been up to. There's like 4 to 5 XHL episodes that you've missed. And then you're like, oh man, screw that. I'm not going to watch that. That's too much time. I can't catch up. So you quit. I feel like that stuff happens more than I know. We're going to put Kyrie in timeout again. He must have not heard me. Eagles and Saints is happening next episode. I literally have it ready to go. I'm thinking about kicking him. But anyway. Sharks fan for sure. I do not have time to watch all videos, hockey mostly, but yeah, the hardcore viewer is going to be waiting for the video, just bored. Impossible to appease everyone when the new one comes out. You're dead on exactly, but that goes back to it now being a you problem. I don't think there's anything personally you can do to fix that aspect of your metrics. Yeah, it's just tough. It's just really tough. Now, but it is a ye problem. Kanye. Okay. It is a yay problem. No, it's a me problem because I've got 5 series going on. So back to your point, Sharks fan, I've got 5 series happening all at once. So, you know, if I was only doing XHL and you're a hockey person, if you replace this XHL, that's 4 videos in a row of XHL. You are going to skip this video, like you're going to do 20 seconds that day, right? You'll go off and you'll do something else. You get busy doing something else. But the next time that I upload is another XHL video. And then you're reminded, it's like, oh, dude, I missed the last one. So let me go check out the last one, then I'll check out this one. Or, likewise, you could be busy and you miss this one too. But YouTube will send you one more chance, one more try, 3rd time's a charm. And like that's the make or break right there. You basically have to click on that video to watch it, and then the algorithm says, "Oh, you're interested in this. Actually, you are interested. Oh, you do love this channel." Versus 20 seconds, no click, no notification. So it does ultimately come back as a me problem because I've got way too much stuff going on in this channel. I've got way too much stuff going on. I can't appease everybody. I'm trying to, but I can't do it. It's impossible to do it. You can't be a variety gaming channel in today's space. You can't do it. You have to be a one sport, one content, maybe 2 max content creator. That's it. We look at Hurricane, like he's doing all football. He's got 1 baseball in there, right? Other than that, it's all football, a lot of football, and then throw in a couple baseball episodes every now and then. Now, what was the other guy that we looked at? Greedo. Remember what he was doing? Oh, that's stupid. What are we doing here? Greedo, what was it? Greedo Let's Play? Yeah. So what he's doing...
All right, boys.
He's got a lot of football, throws in some wrestling every now and then, right? Doesn't get a lot of... it does get a lot of views, 1.67. Football, baseball, wrestling, MMA, I should say. Let's get specific here. What was the other one? Jerome, PKR. All he does is Madden. So no matter what happens with Jerome PKR, if you missed the Buccaneers rebuild, if you missed that, you've still got 3 more episodes of Madden happening here. And more Madden there, and more Madden there. So it's like all Madden all the time. You know? It's something that I don't do a good job of. I've got way too much stuff going on the channel. Goldie, Vikings play the Packers this week. We'll help you out, but I think regardless what happens this next week, it'll come down to... It's going to. It's going to come to... I know how this script goes, dude. I've seen it so many times. It's going to come down to the freaking Packers and Rodgers. They'd basically be eliminated from the playoff contention. Like, they're not making it, but... it's just the way it's going to go. Because he's so smug. He's so smug about it. He's like, well, one of them's 500, They're not above 500 yet. What is this? Don't call it Goldie Goes Gaming, Flip. Zach. Oh, man. You got to be bringing that stuff out, man. God, that was forever ago, dude. Goldie Goes Gaming. I thought that was a good idea. Nobody stopped me. That's what I'm saying. Like, I did a very stupid thing. I did a very stupid thing going from Gold Glover 9 to Goldie Goes Gaming because I wanted to be a variety gamer and doing this little Indiana Jones thing, except I'm not Indy, I'm Goldie. And nobody stopped me. Nobody said, hey, this is a bad idea. Don't do this. This is a bad idea. Nobody said anything. Oh my God. Nobody said a thing. I went ahead and did it, and then everybody's like, I don't like this. God. That's what I'm saying. That's why I'm like really leaning into hoping you guys give me some good feedback. And I have gotten some good feedback, but I'm hoping that y'all aren't doing the yes man thing. Like, I don't need that. I need people to be strict, brutally honest. Be like, Goldie, you suck. And here's why you suck, man. Give it to me. Lay it on me. Let me know why I stink. Playroom Beat, what's going on? What's happening, man? Keep the Cubs in the XHL and Saints. Yep. Cubs is almost done. I think we can get to 60 episodes. I think we can win a World Series with this team by like year 6 or something. I don't want to get past 60. It's kind of my goal. If we do get past 60 episodes, then fine. But yeah, I think we're gonna. It's gonna be close. I think there's no winning, says Sharks fan. Okay, Zach's out. Video Game Nation, do what RGS does. So Ray's Gaming Sports. We all know who the best Madden content is. Who's that? Have you spoken with other creators about numbers like you're dealing with? I'm curious what... Well, so I don't usually reach out to guys like that. I have talked to Not the Expert about it. He's of the assumption that like franchise gaming is like dying, which I would agree with completely. Uncle Sam's Reject, I've talked to him quite a few times. Franchise gaming, I've talked to him a few times. He does a lot of streaming on Twitch, but he does a lot of still franchise dynasty content. So there's guys out there still having success with it. But on the, like, you can have success with it, but that doesn't mean a lot of success. You know what I'm saying? So like what NTE was saying, so Not the Expert was saying that basically everybody's like wants to watch these one-off type videos, these rebuilds, franchise content. Just people just aren't there for it, man. They really aren't there for it, which is true. And how can you blame them when the companies, they don't invest any time into it? You know, they don't make franchise content good. The MLB The Show team, what's up with scouting? Hasn't been addressed in years. Madden, scouting, drafting, gameplay issues, franchise in general just hasn't been touched. So it sucks. It sucks. All right, Matt. Good night. Vulcan says, I'd be just as confused as you, man. I personally don't see any hardcore flaws that should tank views or just not get the amount it should. I don't know. I would say longer video. YouTube responds to binging and watching for a long time. You already have the quantity. I'll comment on this in a DM when I'm awake, says Biscuit Slayer. Appeal to the algorithm. Look up RGS. Yep, I know who RGS is. He used to talk to me. But then he went cold. I don't know what happened there. Weird. Do you see what people like Click Productions does? He just makes super long franchises, my NBA videos, and you just watch those forever. I have heard of Click, but I'm not doing basketball anymore, so that's done. But I get what you're saying. Long form is what you're saying. Long form's good. Me and a bunch of other young YouTubers are doing Goldie like franchise. Jaws, you're making it seem like I'm this old person when you said that. All these younger YouTubers are doing. Me and a bunch of these other young YouTubers are doing Goldie like franchises. I'm old to you, aren't I? I'm old. I'm an old person. I do think your created leagues are diving into an even bigger niche. Franchise is already not the largest few. Yeah. I mean, you're right. The created leagues, I'll tell you a story. So it'll be a fast one though. So with our team builder stuff, like, let me show you. So this is kind of where the created leagues thing started. Where is it here? Why can't I find it? All playlists. Oh, it's down here. Past NCAA 14. So when we did the American Team Builder Dynasty and then the Mountain West Team Builder Dynasty, this is kind of what really spurred it on.
What is going on?
Like doing all these created teams inside NCAA 14. And this is from Team Builder. So this is what really spurred that whole thing on. So we loved doing it. We had a lot of fun doing something like that. And then we wanted to take it a little bit further. So we did, and at the time, there wasn't anything like that in MLB. There wasn't anything like that in Madden. Well, I mean, there was. You get the relocation teams, but you can't create your own. So we did 2K19 with the Jacks and the Tempo, Nashville and Las Vegas. That was fun actually to do that. Then we did a team builder basketball for college. That was fun. So we realized that 2K had a lot of potential to do created stuff. Then we did, as far as creative team goes, then I did GGBL. Actually, XBA happened first because we did the we did the team builder stuff, right? Sorry, we did the we did the 2K stuff, the created 2K stuff, and then we were like, okay, 2K20, we can do the XBA. And that's exactly what we did. I thought that I could do something similar to XBA with MLB The Show and GGBL, which didn't have as much success because it's baseball. Then I realized that people like create a team here on the channel, so I did a hockey. And then we did MAC Team Builder with 4 teams. And yeah, that's just that's kind of the story. For the last 4 years, man, that's what we've done. So a lot of creative team stuff. So the created leagues thing, you're right that it's really driving into an already small niche. So the franchise community is already small as it is, and then you're going even further with like non-traditional franchise. You're not taking a real team, you're taking a created team that maybe a lot of people just don't care about, right? So I think you're right. Have you heard of the Ant Ortiz? Yes, I have heard of the Ant Ortiz. He's also someone that doesn't talk to me, by the way. A lot of these MLB people, they don't talk to me. I'm not a non-approachable person. I don't know. They don't talk to me. It's weird. Video Game Nation, why aren't you doing basketball anymore? I just don't. It's not my sport. I don't really like it. I don't like the people that it brings in. No offense. 2K community is kind of toxic, so I'm just not about it. GGBL is the best league. What I do that it may hurt you with, I'm sorry, but I will not start a new series until season 2 or 3 and then binge watch it. Okay. All right. That's good to know. So you like to wait is what you're saying. You like to wait until a series kind of gets going. You don't want to wait for an episode to hit. Like if you were watching Team Builder Introduction You wouldn't say, let me watch this episode and then I got to wait a week for this one and I got to wait a week for this one. You want to wait till they all get lined up and then you're like, boom, 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 boom. Let me hit on that. Right? Is that kind of what you're saying, Isaac? Creative teams are more fun. Anybody can do the Pirates. It's true. Night Coop. Wait, what? You're still alive? The one-off videos look like they perform way better from when I see view-wise on almost most channels. It's what people are into, man. I don't get it. I've never understood it, but that's what they're into, man. But that's what I was telling the guys earlier. I was like, I don't want to come off like I'm selling out, you know? If I started doing one-off videos, that's like a telltale sign that, oh, Goldie sold. He sold the bag. He's selling out. And I think I'd lose respect. I think I would lose some respect from people. I really do. If I started doing one-off videos, if I started doing like, I made a 7-foot running back. Like, I don't know. Can a 4-foot quarterback win a national championship? I feel like I would sell out. People like these challenge type of videos, and I'm too old for it. I think I'm too old for it. Yeah. I don't think it's selling out if you're enjoying them. If that's what ultimately matters. It's tough to switch it up the entire channel, what you built up. Yep. Vulcan, I would say just breaking off games to be more individually edited. For example, post the game of Alpina playing. It could be 10 to 15 minutes. And do that for the rest of the other 3 teams. Let me read that again. For example, post the game of Alpina playing. It could be 10 to 15 minutes and do that for the rest of the other teams. That's a long edit. I will say that is a long edit. You wouldn't get every play in there. You'd get a lot of plays. You could really dig into the story of how the game went. But then there's games like if they're out of hand, like Alpina plays, I don't know, Ohio, and they kill them, you know? Like 27-14 versus 38-14. Like, that touchdown to make it to 38 is kind of pointless. The game's out of control. Game's won already. Matt Wilinski, bring back the User Brothers Bowl. Keep up the great work. Well, did you watch the last one? Oh, man. Did you watch the last one? I thought it was a good game. I remember that the Robins lost, though. Sucks. Locke says, I have fun doing those challenges. Like I put LeBron in my franchise with shitty blocking and route running, but great catching and speed. Oh my God. See, I can't do it, Locke. I can't do it. I can't bring myself to do it, man. I seriously feel like I would lose respect from people. I do. I feel like I'd lose respect. People would be like, man, what is Goldie doing? He's selling out. I feel like people would do that. Ooh, Vulcan. Louis Savage is by far my favorite player of the series. Dude, Louis Savage, let me tell you. Louis Savage was a monster. Off series. Like, he was never a guy until now, I believe. I could be wrong about that. Was he in the other American Dynasty? I feel like maybe he was. Anyway, he was a guy that I had for sure, like in my off stream, like back in 2015 when I wasn't doing YouTube. He was a guy that I had on the team, and he was just a monster. I won like 2 straight Heismans with him. Like, he was making moves in the backfield, like just insane. You know, it wasn't on freshman difficulty here or whatever, but the guy was just nuts. So it was like, dude, brother GG9, little broski, we gotta get Louis Savage in this series for Ohio Western. Have to do it. And he's kind of doing the same thing. The CPU never makes moves. You know, I wish that they made some juke moves and stuff and spins and stuff, and it's not Louis Savage if he doesn't do that stuff. So I just think that's funny you say that. Louis Savage is your favorite. I would like to see if he could put Louis Savage in Madden and sim his career. Video Game Nation, I enjoyed your Reds franchise mode. That one was a good series. I will say that one was one of my favorites, I think. I keep clicking on that. Yeah, Reds was good. I can't seem to find it though. Do I not have a Reds playlist? What's going on there? Reds would have been 2018. There it is. Yeah, 66 episodes. Reds was good. I really enjoyed that. That was a good time on this channel, though. 2018 was a good year. I finally got the hang of how to make content, and 2017 is when I started, and then now we get over here into Reds franchise. I thought this was a good one. Thumbnails were not very good. I liked the background and what I did there with the title and everything, but like then I started getting lazy with it. Just Joey Votto. Just Joey Votto. That's it. I thought this one was a good one. Yep. I think if I had to rank them, though, I'd probably say, if I had to rank them, I'd probably say Texas Rangers. No. I'd say Reds. Reds number 1, Rangers number 2, Detroit Tigers Speed Rebuild, which was a live stream. This one right here. It's in the same playlist right here. I need to remove the White Sox episode here because all this was supposed to be speed rebuilds of MLB The Show 20, except this one actually took on a different tone. So there's 20 episodes. 21 episodes. This is one of my favorite series, I think. That was a good one. That'd probably be number 3. And Cubs is number 4. I'm going to say Cubs is number 4. I've had fun with the Cubs, but there's just something missing. I've tried to make it interesting enough, but I don't think people are very interested in it for whatever reason. I would say Cubs is number 4. And Tigers in 17 is number 5. Even though I got some nostalgia with this one, but I just didn't do a good enough job like getting people like invested into the team. Like I can't even tell you some of the players from these teams. Some of the guys that we drafted, I couldn't even tell you the final roster of the team. I know that Josh Rutledge was really good. Michael Taylor was solid. Yeah, we played the Cubs, actually. That's funny. We played the Cubs in the World Series. A little spoiler alert there. But, yeah, I'd say that's number 5. Cubs 4. Yeah, what do we got here? Ooh, Ben Johnson. Oh, yeah. Broncos, they fired Hackett. I think they'd probably interview Ben Johnson. They got to fix that offense, but I do think that Rick James Jr. is right. I think he's right. He's still got something to prove for sure. If there's a more qualified candidate for the Broncos than Ben Johnson, I think that they got to go elsewhere. But I think he should be a candidate. I don't want to lose him as a Lions guy myself. I don't want to lose him, but could happen. All right, what are you guys saying here? Sharks, agree. Doubling up on the content Twitch and YouTube is not drastically changing the time spent. Yep. I actually did a Madden recreation of Louis Savage. He was a monster. You did? I did him in Doubleday? Wow, that's funny. Can't believe it took it that long to fire Hackett. Eric Bieniemy probably should be the guy. I'd agree with that. Probably should be the guy. Sean Payton has apparently been linked out there too. Madden Gamer says, hey, what's up, man? What's going on? We're still live. How long has this been live? How long have we been live? I would say like 3 hours. Yeah, 3 hours. 2 hours and 55 minutes. That's a long channel update. I'm not going to lie to you guys. But you guys have given me a lot of feedback. I'm going to internalize all this. I'm not sure someone is going to sit there and watch 3 hours of just screen shifting around all over the place. I'm not going to make like a notes for this or anything. I'm not going to cut this video up or anything. But I will ask for people that maybe join late to the stream tonight, or just people that are clicking on it for the first time. I'm going to ask them in a pinned comment. I'm hoping that you guys would leave your comment in this video and let me know. Let me know what you guys want to see on the channel. Let me know what you like. Let me know what you don't like about the channel. And I'm hoping that 2023 is going to be a lot better of a year as far as content creation goes. Just looking back at some of the things that we were able to do in 2022. If I can look back here, we ended the XBA in May. So what did we do in 2022? We implemented a channel point system. That was good. GGBL ended. Wow. Man, 2022. We had a Dear Goldie section. I think I want to get back into more of that too. More live streaming, just chatting, just talking to you guys. Getting to know you guys a little bit better. You guys getting to know me a little bit better. Creating more of a relationship, I guess, than just kind of posting and getting out, Royals. I forgot to rank Royals as a franchise series. I liked Royals. Royals was good. Giants I thought was good too. I really liked Giants. A lot of people didn't though. 308 views. People didn't like Giants for some reason. I thought that was a great series. Thumbnails were good too. I thought thumbnails were solid. They are really what I wanted to do with the Giants is I wanted to make it like a New York newspaper bulletin, like the Daily Bugle type thing. Like and have it, I thought that was kind of cool. So we had Huskies, that was in its prime. We had GGBL in season 3. It's kind of nearing an end there. XBA was getting finished up. GGBL was in full swing. No pun intended. Man, 2022. I did not realize that we had still so much still going on. That year has flown by. Actually, March. XBA ended in March. Man. And then we did Cubs. It seems like yesterday. And then Giants was still going on in 22. That's crazy. That feels like so. That's nuts, dude. That all that stuff was still going on. Man. Jeez. Well, anyway, let's see. Peyton rumored going to the Chargers. If that happens, ridiculous move. Good, just checking the 3-hour stream. A fictional NFL. My good friends at the RFL actually do just that. And this channel is doing pretty well. They're doing pretty well. I love to shout these guys out because they have the creativity for it. So they have a college aspect in Madden. It's all modded up. So they're using a Madden mod to do college, and they apply those players into their relocated teams. So they go through a whole college season, and I try to watch their stuff, but like you can see how long that these games go, an hour and a half. And it's Madden, so sometimes it gets predictable and sometimes it gets boring. It's not a slight to them, but it's just that's the way the content works. But yeah, pretty cool channel. You guys should go check them out. But they have a draft hype video. They've gotten really good with the graphic design, thumbnails, hype videos. They've done really well. I think these guys are awesome. But yeah. So they do a whole relocated thing. It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. I would never do something like this because I just feel like that would encroach on them, you know? I don't want to do that. And they'd probably destroy me in it anyway. I'd probably launch something like this and they would still they'd outperform me because they're the OGs in it. I don't want to feel like I'm copying them, you know? I hate that. I hate that. I'm good friends with these guys, and I don't want to get down to that level, you know? I feel like I'm copying people. So they're cool. They've always been cool. Let's see. Remember, edit out that tab you closed out earlier. Yes, thank you for that. Well, this stream sparked my XHL hype. I'm going to bring that tonight to catch up. I actually have some time. What was your favorite NCAA team builder? Big 12. Big 12 is my favorite for sure. What was yours? This talking style stream is actually really enjoyable. Also, a stream just catching up on live sports every once in a while could be cool. I think I want to do more of that too, by the way. I think I want to do more of just kind of like just chatting with you guys, getting to talk to you. Again, just getting more of a relationship, more of a rapport going on, because sometimes you can just be a guy that just uploads videos, you know, and you don't really get to know your viewers. They don't get to know you. You're just a dude that uploads videos. It's like there's no connection there at all. You know, and I used to do stuff like this, you know, back when, well, it's now that you mention it, back in like 2018 when the channel was doing well. I never used to go live, but I used to just ramble on and on and on and on inside videos just about like personal stuff. People who cared to listen to it, like they got to hear it, but I never got to hear a lot from you guys. So I think that this would kind of be a cool little change of pace too. So anyway, oh, there it is. There it is again. There it is again. What happened to the XBA videos? Does somebody want to inform him? I get that question every day. Every day. Every day. Man. Does somebody want to tell him? Or am I going to tell him? Like, am I going to tell Trevor? The XBA has ended. It ended in March. Well, don't be mean, Jaws. Don't be mean. The XBA was 117 episodes long, and it ended in March. And I took the videos down. I put them all on private. Yep. So I put them on private. You can... I talk about it in this video. I'm tired. I'm going to bed. I really don't want to go down that road again. But I guess I could do it for you, Trevor. I put the videos on private because YouTube was recommending the XBA. It's a 3-year-old series. It had 651,000 views on it, on the intro video. So there was no reason why YouTube, if it was forced to say, if you're gonna impress somebody, let me put it this way. If you're gonna impress somebody, if you're gonna impress the girl that you like, are you gonna drive up in a Maserati, or you're going to drive a Ford Focus? That's basically what YouTube was doing here. This was your Maserati, and this is your Ford Focus. Chicago Cubs 443. Saints 2000. So just as an example, so when YouTube says, I'm going to recommend this one, you know, because people like that one. I'm going to recommend this video, 651,000 views. 2K people will come flocking to this. So they'll click on this series. They'll binge watch this series. They see that I'm not doing anything in 2K21, 2K22, 2K23. I'm not doing 2K content anymore. Why would they ever want to watch XHL? Why would they ever want to watch Cubs? Why would they ever want to watch College Football Team Builder Dynasty? So it was bringing in the wrong viewer. And I say that as nice as I can. The quote-unquote wrong viewer for the channel, because I'm not doing 2K anymore. That's why I put it on private. So hope that explains it. All right, guys, that is it. I appreciate everything that you do for this channel, and I appreciate you guys watching when you can. And but I definitely wanted to do this live. I felt like this would be a better format for it than just making a 20-minute video, trying to cram all this stuff in there, and then saying, type it out. Post it in the comment section and tell me how you guys feel about my content. Like, nobody does that. Nobody does that. You can actually have a conversation with each other about it, right? And you can glean a little bit more information from each other by talking it out in a live stream format than I ever could if I just posted something and you guys watch it and then comment. Like, it just doesn't work. I've tried that for a couple years and it doesn't work as much. So I figured I'd give this a try. So I appreciate you guys doing everything that you have tonight. Appreciate you guys tuning in, constantly coming through, leaving likes, leaving comments, watching as much as you do. But definitely some changes coming to the channel in 2023. So I can't wait to see you guys back here tomorrow, the 28th. No upload here for the 27th, but on the 28th, I'm going to get some Cubs and some Saints going again. And then on Friday, the 30th, is going to be the XHL draft. So all of the custom players. So if you have channel points, guys, if you have channel points to spend, make sure you're direct messaging me on Twitter, emailing me, posting in a comment, or getting onto Twitter and messaging me there, or Discord and messaging me there and saying, hey, you know, I want a player. Can you give me a form to fill out? But if you don't know what channel points is, I can always direct you that way too. So, but the XHL draft is on 12/30. So I got to get players created and get that format straightened up before we get into year number 2 of the XHL. So guys, leave a like if you like this thing. If you have more to say, make sure you are leaving a comment inside this video to let me know your feedback. So appreciate you guys. Have a good rest of the night, and I'll see you in the next week of uploads.